What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Ball Game Podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Dean.
The biggest episode of the year is here. Predictions, hot takes. It's going to be a fun one. So, some spicy stuff today. Hot takes, varying levels, probably. I'm going to assume we have some crazy takes. Hopefully. It's a little difficult sometimes. I can't lie. Trying to come up with something that, people aren't going to be like, oh, well, that's obvious. But I found it a little bit difficult at least. So, but yeah, Super Bowl predictions. I'm curious as to where you guys are going to go with that, but we're going to end the show with that one. So stay tuned for the entire episode. If you haven't already, we had a 32-man draft yesterday. Go check out that one. That was a live stream. Thank you for everybody for pulling up. A lot of people in that chat. It was very active. We do appreciate you guys for that. One more thing, just a little housekeeping. We are so close to 20K. Please, if you are not subscribed and you are watching this video, go click that subscribe button right now. Right now. This close to 20K, 3 more days before football season starts. If we can hit that, that'd be the craziest thing ever.
That was our goal.
Yeah, thank you guys for being so kind to us over the summer. It was a good summer for us. It really was, man.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was
the best summer we've ever had.
We owe it all to you, so thank you.
But guess what? We're going to have an even better fall because it's about time for football season.
Yeah. Now we're getting into the good stuff. You guys that are new here, and there's a lot of you new here, we're getting into the meat and potatoes in the fall, man.
This is what we do.
Yeah, this is what we're here for.
Salt and pepper, some A1 steak sauce.
A little bit, yeah.
I like that you say that every week is the biggest episode ever.
I do like that
mean,
as well. I was thinking the same
They get
thing.
progressively bigger.
He
though.
said that, and he's like, I'm like, oh, I thought last week was.
I mean, just think about how big Wednesday is going to be.
That's going to to be the
might
biggest.
be the biggest episode in the
might be,
podcast history.
spoiler alert, it might be the biggest episode we've ever had.
It really
so tune
might,
in
though.
and find out if it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
It
that's an
definitely might be.
announcement too. Back to 2 pods a week starting this week. So we're gonna have all our week 1 predictions and all that fun jubble on Thursday morning. You guys will probably get that. So
Yep.
And a ball game favorite from last year. Start sits are back. So start sits for fantasy football. You guys loved that last year. Showed a lot of love.
Especially
on those.
the Monday after the week, and so they can tell us that we were all wrong.
Yes.
That's when they really love them. Like, how'd this work out for you?
It seems that they circulate only after.
Literally, yeah. The
game had already played.
The
It's
algorithm
like,
is
all
a
right.
bully.
No, it really is. They love to bully us. They do. And honestly,
All right, yeah.
all for it. Any engagement
good fun.
is good engagement, I guess. So why don't we get this thing started with some awards predictions? These are our 2025 NFL award predictions. So, guys, we'll start off with the most important award, of course, Coach of the Year.
no.
We're going to start off bang with a bang.
We're not
We wanna-
starting with
we
Coach
wanna
of the
keep
Year.
these guys
Yeah,
engaged.
That's
we don't
true.
want them
That's
to fall
true.
asleep.
I wanted to,
We're
I
gonna
wanted
start
to
with
keep
the
you guys.
bang, Coach of the Year.
I
No
wanted
one
to keep you
cares,
guys like
bruh.
invested with MVP coming last. But you know what? Why don't we? These are our 2025 NFL MVP predictions. So, Tom, get us started.
This was a tough one. I struggled with this. It's the MVP. We all know, as are all these awards, is largely driven by narrative. Of course, you have to be great on the field. You have to put up big numbers. But there's a bunch of guys in the NFL that can put up the numbers to win an MVP. But can you win the people over? Can you steal their hearts and make them vote for you? My pick for the most valuable player in the NFL this year is going to be none other than the best player in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
He is, as I said, the best player in the world, pound for pound. He gets some upgrades at offense. He gets his offensive weapons back to some degree. He gets Rice back after 6 games, that whole thing. Gets Hollywood Brown for the whole year, which isn't nothing, I guess. And that Xavier Worthy connection stuff was real at the end of the season, man. I'm telling you. And like I said, the most important thing.
Why are you so nervous?
What?
Why are you so nervous, Tom?
I just have something stuck in my throat.
Shaking. You saw that? I was like, whoa.
Yo, this is a big prediction,
it's
bro.
the biggest
This is
episode.
the biggest episode of the
Bro,
fucking
you put a
history.
lot of pressure on me.
Dang, Tom. Never seen you so nervous.
So
You look good, bro. Don't worry.
Thank you. The most important aspect of the MVP, as I said, is the narrative, and Patrick Mahomes has that. He's got the revenge tour narrative going for him. They got the absolute brakes beat off them trying to get the 3-peat in the Super Bowl. They're coming different this year, and the biggest thing going against him is that, well, he just hasn't been putting up the numbers these past few years, and that is true. But I think he has to go back to that to some degree. He has to be that big-time player, make big plays, deep balls, all that. And the Chiefs are going to win the AFC West. I think it's a loaded division, but they're still the best team in my eyes. And the other guys, Lamar, Burrow, Josh Allen. Lamar was hyper efficient last year. We expect that to take a dip. Josh Allen, he's going to have voter fatigue. People aren't going to want to give it to him twice in a row unless he does some really, really special stuff. And Joe Burrow might not make the playoffs. So that's really what it came down to for me is if Patrick Mahomes can just get a little bit of that magic back on his side, I really think he can take the MVP. And he hasn't won it in a few years, so the voter fatigue might be swaying the other way now.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler alert, I didn't pick Pat Mahomes to win my MVP. He would have been my pick without the Rice stuff. I fear that the first 6 weeks it's going to be very similar to what we saw last year of clock management. Let's just get by and win these games. And I fear the counting stats aren't going to be what they need to be. But if Rice was there all year, he would have been my locked and loaded pick. But
Yeah, I feel like Pat Mahomes is on a LeBron James type of wave where you kind of just float through the regular season and get to the playoffs. Like that's the goal. Is just get there and let Pat Mahomes do what Pat Mahomes does come playoff time. I do agree the increase in weapons is going to help his counting stats. Like he didn't have Rice or Hollywood Brown all year. Is Hollywood Brown the best player? No, but it's better than whatever they were trying out last year. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Hey, respect
wash.
Juju.
I like Juju, but he's not good.
I'd rather have Hollywood, yeah.
Right, and hopefully you get Rice back. Hopefully he stays healthy after suspension. I like the pick.
No, I mean, I'm definitely in agreement in terms of the narrative is there more than ever. I mean, the people hate the Chiefs over and over and over again, but if there ever was a time for people to start turning in the other direction on the Chiefs, it's probably right now. I mean, they just got, like you said, the brakes beat off them in the Super Bowl. But, I mean, hey, maybe people want to start seeing Pat Mahomes win an MVP. The narrative's there, and there's one thing that needs to happen if you're going to win an MVP. You need to win your division. And it seems like the Chiefs just do that every single year.
No matter how good that damn division is.
Yeah.
right,
So
One constant is there.
right. One constant is the Kansas City Chiefs, 100%. I couldn't agree more on that aspect of it.
So I'll give my MVP pick, and the 2025 MVP is going to be Lamar Jackson. I think a lot of people are looking at last year and saying that Lamar got robbed. He had one of the best statistical seasons we've actually ever seen. You talked about the efficiency just before. He was unbelievable. And not only that, I think the massive swing factor in all of these MVP debates is winning. The number one quarterback stat for people is winning. And I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to have the best record in the NFL, bar none. I think they're going to be the best team in the NFL. This team has the talent to go undefeated. That's how good they are. But I think he's going to have ridiculous stats once again. You expect nothing less. And, you know, we had the gap here where he didn't win the MVP, and maybe Lamar gets another one, puts himself in historical territory, and, yeah, he's just that guy. So I think Lamar Jackson's going to have those counting stats and best record in the league.
Lamar was originally my pick, and then, and I love Lamar Jackson. We know that, but it's just I think the Ravens are going to be like too good for him to win the MVP. Like that's kind of where I landed with that. Like he's won 2 MVPs. Like Mahomes, it's been a few years since, and I think he has to get back to that gear for them to win another Super Bowl. Lamar, I think he can take a step back and they still be the best team in the NFL and worry about. Like we said about Mahomes, just getting to the playoffs and focus on that. And like I said, he's got 2 MVPs, but for sure, I mean, he got the first team All-Pro last year and didn't get the MVP. So that narrative is there. You know, the snub narrative is there. So I can definitely see it.
Like, how do you have your best season of your career, hyper efficient, and still not win the MVP? If you can't top that, I just don't see it happening for Lamar. Again, unfortunately, unless he just has a far and away better season than everybody else.
It's really just a cop-out answer, honestly. Like, he's the favorite.
He's
the
favorite,
betting favorite. Like, it's a cop-out answer for me.
He's
but
favorite for a reason. I mean, you know.
Every single year, like, he just puts up these ridiculous numbers, and the Ravens are going to be one of the best teams in the NFL. So, like, automatically that puts you in the top 3 at the bare minimum. So I was just like, you know what? Like, I guess it's Lamar.
Yeah.
Like, is it as simple as Lamar Jackson is just the guy that's going to win MVP after MVP. But that's not even the question this year. The question then becomes, can they get it done in the playoffs? Can they win the big game? So I think Lamar wins another one, but does it mean anything? Not really. So
Yeah, I think Lamar's case is going to be similar to his 2023 case, where it's best quarterback on the best team, because, like you mentioned, the defense is much improved. And, I mean, we saw that down the stretch of last season, but they're going to have that unit for a full season now, and I feel like they're going to be able to rely on the back of that defense and rely on the run game with Derrick Henry. They're not going to need Lamar to throw 40 touchdowns and 4 interceptions again. So I think Lamar, and it's a good case, being the best, the quarterback on the best team in football. Like, I think that's his case. So it'll be interesting to see. He's not my pick, but obviously can't bash Lamar Jackson being your MVP pick.
I think I'm going with the last minute audible. I had one guy written down, but all morning I was thinking about Joe Burrow. I really like his chances to win MVP if he could will the Bengals to the playoffs, because that's the only way he wins it. If they're not a playoff team, he doesn't win it. It's just not really possible. How often do we really see? When does that ever happen? Really never.
Yeah.
An MVP not make the playoffs. So if he makes the playoffs, I could see Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. He's set up to dominate as a quarterback. Chase Brown having a full season as a starter, I think will elevate that offense to another level, hopefully. It's really that defense is really giving the Bengals big old problems in making the playoffs. But I have full faith in Joe Burrow to be elite and continue to be elite and the best pound-for-pound, talent-wise quarterback maybe in the NFL.
I mean, I just, the one argument against it is just I don't think they're making the playoffs.
Right. Joe Burrow
don't.
went for, 5K and 40 touchdowns last year.
Yes.
Jamar Chase had the Triple Crown. Trey Hendrickson led the league in sacks, and they missed the playoffs. Like, how much better can they be? Like, did that?
That is my caveat. Like,
No, 100%. Everyone's case has flaws, and that's the one.
So who's the guy that you had written down originally?
I had Josh Allen. I do also really like. I think the NFL likes to do a little back-to-back action with the MVP, and I don't think there's necessarily fatigue with Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is amazing.
He's just so likable.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't think the fatigue really sets in for Josh this year.
No, and I think his rushing upside gives him. And they're definitely making the playoffs. It's just,
Right.
you know,
They're going to win the division.
if Joe Burrow makes the playoffs and he has 1,000 more passing yards, like, I think Joe Burrow wins it over Josh Allen. But if he doesn't, I think Josh Allen is the MVP.
So if the Chiefs didn't rest their starters in Week 18 and they beat the Broncos and the Bengals snuck into the playoffs last year, Joe Burrow would have been your MVP?
I mean, I think so. He put up an insane season.
I think a lot of people do feel that way. Like,
No,
if
I know.
they
I'm
snuck
just
into
asking. I know he was up there.
He'd probably win.
I mean, he finished third.
Yeah.
I don't think he wins. I mean, the guy who didn't win it, like Lamar Jackson,
Right.
like I just can't have that conversation because Lamar was just as good in terms of the counting stats, plus was on a better team in Joe Burrow's division that won the
Right.
division. Like, so I personally don't see the case for Joe Burrow. I just think there's other guys that we all mentioned who we know can put up counting stats similar to Joe Burrow who are just gonna have more team success. Like, I don't think to me, Joe Burrow's case isn't as simple as sneak into the playoffs. To me, Joe Burrow's case is like
Win the division.
not even win the division, but like be a locked-in playoff team. You know what I mean?
Win 11.
Last year, they
games,
would have
something like that,
snuck into the playoffs. Like, I don't know. Like, if you really think about it, he didn't win the MVP because the Chiefs rested their starters in Week 18? Like, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's not why.
Yeah, but missing the playoffs, like, you're definitely not winning MVP.
100%.
But now you're in the conversation for sure if you're a playoff team and you put up 5,000 passing yards. Like, it's no.
I guess, no, I agree with
a
that. I
bad
just mean
defense,
he was already firmly in the conversation last year, though. He finished third in voting.
Yeah.
Right, and he missed the playoffs. Imagine he makes. I think that's
The biggest.
a bigger thing than it's kind of being made out to be. I think making the playoffs is a big difference from not.
No,
as a quarterback,
100%,
you know.
100%.
Well, first of all, like I said before, if you go back and look at the history of the MVPs, they've almost all won the division. Not even just like made the playoffs, they've all won the division. So that's why, like, when I look at this, I'm always thinking like this team has to win their division because that just seems like the precedent for MVP. So That's the only reason I think there's two teams in that division that are better than the Bengals right now, in my personal opinion. So it's like super tough. But if Burrow's putting up 5K with 45 and makes the playoffs, even if he doesn't win the division, it's probably pretty hard to not give that guy the MVP, especially because the narrative is in his favor
That's
as well.
where I was going with. Like, he probably has the best narrative case of he's got the underdog.
People
case,
love him.
So, yeah.
Right.
People love him. And I'll say this one thing. This feels like the most open that the MVP race has been in the NFL in a very long time. Like, Josh just won it last year, so, like, of course people are probably going to, push back a little bit on voting for him again. Lamar's won multiple, and people are a little bit sick of that in regards to he needs to show playoff success because for whatever reason that comes into MVP voting at one point or another. And then, the rest of the guys. Like, this is the most open the NFL MVP has been. So anybody could go and snatch that thing. So I think that's an interesting point.
Joe
So-
Burrow, surprisingly, I'm sorry, Chris, is actually second. No, he's third in odds in FanDuel. It's crazy. Lamar,
Yeah.
Josh, Joe Burrow.
I don't think that's crazy, though. That's how it shook up last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's
no, I
crazy
think he's-
considering he's on a bad team,
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, he's going to be firmly in the race 100%. But,
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you mentioned a few things, Matty J. Got to win your division. Got to have the voters on your side. Got to have a story that the people love. And what better story than the Washington Commanders dethroning the Philadelphia Eagles as NFC East champions? You mentioned you got to win your division. There hasn't been a repeat winner of the NFC East in damn near our entire lifetime. So why not the Washington Commanders? Jaden Daniels, the case that he has is similar to a Josh Allen, to a Lamar Jackson, to where he is the entire team's offense. Last year, he had 4,400 total yards, 31 total touchdowns, which accounted for 68% of Washington's offense. The Commanders averaged 28.5 points per game, the most ever by a rookie-led team. And to me, the math is simple. We talked about this last week. The Commanders had magic on their side last year. They won in 8 one-score games, a Hail Mary, the Giants not having a kicker. The football gods were on their side. Do we all expect that to continue? Probably not. But what bridges that gap? A legendary quarterback in Jaden Daniels having a legendary season for the Washington Commanders. I just think it's easy math here. If they do win the division, which it's a tall task, it's a tough ask, 100%. If they do win the division, he is the MVP,
Yes.
and we're not having a conversation
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
He might be the unanimous MVP.
I am not pushing back on that.
Yeah.
I believe in him, man. I mean, I don't really want to beat the dead horse. He just has it, the it factor. He has it. He could will this team on his back. We saw it last year. I think he could take that to a whole new level this year. Second year in that Cliff Kingsbury offense. You get a guy in Deebo Samuel who we know is washed. He's fat. He fits what Cliff wants to do.
Just slip that in there.
He fits what Cliff wants to do. He's going to help take this offense to another level. You get a certified stud left tackle in Laramie Tunsil. I think the Commanders have what it takes. I think Jaden Daniels have what it takes. He's at plus 1,000 odds, so he's not a true dark horse because he is in the top 5, which doesn't meet our requirements for a dark horse. But I think he has just as much of a case as the other guys. I really do.
So what I'm getting out of your opening monologue is Russell Wilson is the best bet for MVP right now. Beat the Eagles in the division. Giants are going to do it.
Yeah.
Kid.
For sure.
This kid.
No,
I think even if the Giants won the division, there's no chance. There's no chance Russell Wilson wins the MVP.
I think Malik
Malik
Neighbors
Neighbors would
I was
be
going to say Dexter Lawrence would be the
Dexter Lawrence would win the
MVP.
MVP. Yeah.
No, I completely agree with the fact that if they win the division, he is the MVP. There is no argument. Everybody looks at the Eagles as the giant that cannot be conquered. No pun intended. And Jaden, if he is to win this division and beat the Eagles, if he beats the Eagles twice too, that'd be some shit. Like, that would be another argument where it's like, yo, he beat the team we all looked at as the Super Bowl favorites coming into the season. So I think Jaden's a great pick if the Commanders are to win the division. But I don't believe that's going to happen.
Right, yeah, that's where I'm at. I love the pick. I love the talent. I think he can put up the numbers, and he has the talent to be an MVP, but I just don't see them dethroning the Eagles.
He just has everything you want in an MVP, though.
He
Like,
does.
the narrative
Throwing the Eagle.
compared to the five. I mean, let's be real. It's a 5-man race. If you guys want to call it a 4-man race and not have Jaden in there, fine. But it's a 4 or 5-man race.
Right.
One of these 5 guys will win the MVP.
Right.
Pat, Josh, Lamar, Joe, and Jaden. It will be one of those 5 guys.
You good?
Choked a little there.
He gets choked up talking
Yeah,
about
he
it.
does.
Jaden has the potential to go for 5,000 total yards, go for 4,000 passing, and 1,000 rushing. And
Yeah.
he's one of the guys who kind of has what Lamar had early on, the case to have the best rushing season a quarterback's ever had, which will help his case. And then the narrative for Jaden, if he does do the things, is greater than anyone else's narrative. They all have to do things to fulfill the narrative. Jaden's things doing the narrative is greater than anyone else's case. So it's like it's the tallest task out of
Yeah.
all these guys. But if he does the things, he's a unanimous MVP. So, and like I've said a million times, he just has what it takes. I believe in him more than anyone else in the entire NFL, not named Pat Mahomes.
So I'll ask you this question. Since you picked him, you are confident that the Commanders will win the division?
I think so. I believe in it.
Okay.
Bold.
That in and of itself, we're
Yeah,
doing
that's-
hot takes
yeah, I was
later.
gonna say.
Yeah,
That
man,
in and
I
of
had to
itself
get
is a
that
hot
out
take.
now.
Right.
I couldn't save that for later. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, history says it's not going to be the Eagles.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, the track record really is on your side in that case.
Granted, the Eagles are different. You know, this isn't the same old NFC East, so that's what's in their favor. But yeah, I mean, history says this is a really good bet.
right.
It's just the NFC
it's-
East hasn't been this separated in a very long time. That's the thing. So
It's
Is
very
it truly separated
top-heavy.
though? That's the question.
I mean, right. We just saw the Commanders go to the NFC Championship game.
Get
And
this
get
great
dog
beat up,
walked by
get
the
absolutely
Eagles.
pounded by the Eagles.
Yeah, I get it. No, but the Commanders, I think, are legit. They're not. I don't think they get worse this year. I think they do compete for the division.
We do got to account for the Eagles, like, for as great as the roster is, like, there's definitely room for just natural regression there. Kind of similar to, like, what we say about Lamar as an individual. Like, for the Eagles, it was so great last year, and
Can't put over it.
everything went right to where it's like, can that truly happen again? Like, it's a tall task.
that team is
They're loaded.
so loaded.
They're loaded.
It is also the NFL. Like, it's so
Right.
hard to repeat
Right.
doing.
I,
For
I say- I
sure.
say that every year.
Right,
It's so hard to
that's
repeat
my point
success,
there.
yeah.
It's like, it was so great last year that, like, to repeat it at that level is, and granted, they maybe don't need to repeat it at that level to win the division and stop Jaden from winning the MVP,
Right.
but it's a tall task, and history says this is a good bet, man.
Yeah.
I threw $100 on it. I put my money where my mouth
No,
is. So.
I knew you would. Yeah.
Yeah. It is so different going into, just in general in the NFL, going into a new season, that other teams just have a whole year's worth of film to study up the whole offseason. Like, it's not like week to week where, like, okay, like we saw what the Eagles did last week. No. We saw what the Eagles did the whole season and how they made adjustments. And now the whole league gets to know what the Eagles do when they need to make adjustments and what they, and
Right.
you know, what buttons they push. And I think that is the cause for these great teams taking a step back in the next year.
You're the top guy, and everyone wants to, cut the head off.
Right.
you know?
They are the
So
target.
Everyone's gunning for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, but the scary part is they could actually still get better. Like, that's the thing. Their defense is so young.
Their secondary.
They could,
especially.
Bro,
When you-
oh
How
my
often do
God,
we really
like-
see it?
What?
You're right.
Fucking
Right.
Nah, like, there could be a historical level of dominance that they could get to, and their roster totally speaks to that. But no, I get it. Like, I understand it just feels like a very different NFC East right now. It really does.
Yeah.
So, well, we all are gonna do dark horses. So, who are our dark horse MVP candidates? We spoke about this. Honestly, I hate to speak for all three of us, but
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
we
Yeah.
did speak before the podcast, and Chris walked in and said, so, everybody's dark horse MVP is Jordan Love, right? And me and Tom looked at each other and we were like, yep, yeah, it is. That's our dark horse MVP, Jordan Love. And I think the case is right there. We said division winner. They're probably the best team in the NFC North right now after the Micah Parsons trade. The numbers we've seen in his first year, they're going to be there if he's healthy. And I think it's pretty simple. Matt LaFleur's He's elite. He's one of the best play callers in the entire NFL. Jordan Love is a great talent that could step into an elite echelon of quarterbacks this year if it all works out. So his odds are great.
The odds are great. I agree with everything you just said. Plus, after making one of the biggest trades in the past 10 years of NFL football, all eyes are going to be on the Green Bay Packers. All eyes are going to be on Jordan Love. If he plays well, it will be amplified to an extent, and it will be, I don't know if this is maybe the right word, but it'll be overhyped to an extent because all eyes are going to be on them. The Green Bay Packers are one of the more storied franchises in the NFL, and we spoke about this a little bit yesterday off camera. Like, it's all up to him.
Yes.
The success of the Green Bay Packers getting to where they have to get to is all in his hands. So it's like, here you go, Jordan Love. Like, if you do what you're supposed to do, you're the guy who can be the dark horse MVP, who could cement himself with those, the clear 5 guys who could kind of squiggle his way in there and make a case for himself. So it's at plus 2,000. It's like, it's a no-brainer. Like, I'm gonna, again, like to put my money where my mouth is. Like, I'm gonna put a little something on it.
Where's the plus 2,000 that it's on DraftKings? What is that?
Maybe I'm wrong.
He's plus 16 on FanDuel.
Okay.
Which
I
is
wonder
even
how much it moved after the Micah trade.
It might have moved a little bit.
It might have.
Yeah,
That's
it
probably,
might have actually
probably
moved a
what
little bit.
happened.
Yeah.
No,
But-
I almost fully agree.
You have a different one.
I have a different one,
You
but
almost.
what I have one from the depths of the darkness, like even darker than
The
Jordan.
depths of Florida.
But
base
I think
of
Jordan
Tampa.
Love, because of the narrative of what you're talking about, needs
Yeah.
less of counting stats to win the MVP. He doesn't need to do what Lamar did last year. He doesn't need to do what Josh Allen did last year. Like, he needs to do even less for the narrative to carry him past the finish line.
In a way, yeah. I still think if winning the MVP in the NFL is just so...
It's
the best
It's narrative
battle
driven.
of 2025
It
is Tom
really
versus
is,
the
bro.
Mike.
Me versus fucking Mike Arm.
It's like this in the NBA. It's like this in the NFL. Like,
I am.
people like storylines, and Jordan Love would be a great storyline. We've seen Josh win. We've seen Lamar win. We've seen Pat Mahomes win. Like, Jordan Love winning it would be like, whoa, that's different. That's something people will talk about for the next few months. If he performs at a top 5 level, he's winning the MVP. So
Dark
my
horse MVP.
dark horse MVP is going to be Baker Mayfield. That offense is just loaded. The amount of weapons that they have is just off the charts. I mean, you got Mike Evans, the most consistent receiver ever. Chris Godwin coming off injury. He'll be back mid-season. And then Emeka Egbuka, the star receiver from Ohio State, just changed to number 2 this morning. It's pretty fire.
Oh, wow.
That
We
is
might need to get
dope.
jerseys.
Yeah.
That's big. Switching from number 9 to number 2 is not something to scoff over.
No, that aura is like plus 1,000.
Yeah.
About
100%.
In a Baker Mayfield MVP conversation.
No, for sure. And they have both creamsicle jerseys this year. That's a huge argument
Aura.
for. Or that's
They have
ton
the
of
aura.
But aside from that, I think Baker has, and it's a contract year for Baker. He's going to be playing his shoes off. I don't know why I said that. That was really weird when I
Well,
said it.
no, it's not a contract year, but he is eligible to be extended after this offseason.
Well, essentially a contract.
Essentially,
Yeah,
right.
kinda.
He's going to
For a
be
new
earning
bag,
his extension through this year. Baker Mayfield's just in the most high-powered offense, I think. First of all, in his division, maybe in the NFL, I think he's going to be throwing a whole lot more than he did at the back half of last year with his healthy receivers. I think the loss of Liam Cohen will maybe hurt the first couple weeks, but I think the offense will be back to full strength.
I think that actually even helps his case. Third offensive coordinator
Yeah,
in
I
3 years. If
completely
he has
agree.
another big time year and the Bucks win the division and have a great record and he puts up great stats, it's like, why are we not talking about Baker in an MVP conversation when it's just changing offensive coordinators and he's doing the same damn thing every year? So
Yeah, Baker continues to produce. I think he, from the depths of the darkness, could win MVP.
It's tough. It's tough because he was so damn good last year, and he was basically nowhere near the MVP conversation. And it's just like, can he really get better than where he was at last year? I don't know.
I mean, the offense gets better.
decrease the turnovers.
Yeah,
Maybe that
you
puts
definitely
him-
have to decrease the
I
turnovers.
think
You
a
add
little bit.
Ibuka, you get Chris Godwin for a full year, hopefully a full year of Bucky. Like, it's a really good offense.
Well, you're
I know
definitely
you.
not getting Chris Godwin for a full year.
Nah, he's on the
I
pups.
didn't. I didn't say that.
I don't think he is
That's
on
Exactly
the
what
pup.
you just
You did.
said.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I don't think he is on the
For
pup,
more
actually.
than you did last year.
He's not officially on
They
the pup.
took him off the pup essentially so he could practice and
Oh,
stuff
okay.
before.
But he's not playing week.
No,
Till-
so
till
he's
week
not going to
4 weeks.
start practicing until week 2 or week.
Yeah, they
3,
said he might even miss the first 3 or 4 games of the season.
No,
which
he's
is why I
not.
thought
He's
he was,
out the first 4. They wanted to pull him off
okay.
the pup essentially.
so he could
Like
practice.
if he practices in week 2 and it's like is good, then they don't have to wait an extra week to get him
Got
out
it.
there. So,
Yeah, okay.
to my understanding.
because he
Gotcha.
can't go out and practice if he's on the pup.
Right.
Right.
Like there's a ramp up period.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So they don't have to wait 4 weeks before he could even
Right.
ramp
He'll be ready
up.
week 5, but they want him to play on week 5. They don't
Right.
want him to play on week 6, 7.
Exactly.
You set that one.
Nah,
up.
I mean, is what's Baker's odds?
Baker right now on FanDuel is 2,700.
Yeah,
plus 27.
that's
That's a dark horse.
a good chunk of change. Are you
But
gonna,
there's a steep drop off after Baker. Like after Baker, it's Jared Goff at 3,500.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
Are you gonna throw some coin on it?
yeah, I'll throw a quick.
That's
50.
worth like throwing a little bit
quick
on.
50
Toss a
piece.
point on that,
Why
yeah.
not?
That's definitely worth it. I mean, I agree.
I just think it gets tough because like the Bucks are just year in year out they're going to be looked at as a team that I think they'll win the division, but they can win a playoff game and like nothing more than that. You know what I mean? Like if they're thrown into real contention conversations, then sure, I think Baker can put up the numbers and has the talent to be in the MVP conversation. But I just don't know how good that Buccaneers team is in comparison to the top dogs in the NFC.
Well, I don't think their defense is good enough to
Right.
take them far deep into the
agree.
playoffs. I also think it's not for nothing. I think it's tough for this might be marginal to you guys, but tough for Florida teams to play in December, January, going up
100%.
north
Yeah.
in playoff football. I think that definitely, unless you're Tom Brady, who's played in that condition his whole career,
Exactly.
Right.
it's really tough for a team like that to go up north and play playoff football.
Oh, it's true.
So
Just ask
I
the
don't see how
Dolphins.
deep I see them playing, but regular season Baker, I could totally see him snatching an
Sure.
MVP.
Yeah, I
Tough.
don't even think you got to be looked at as a Super Bowl contender to win it.
I think they'll win.
But-
Right,
They're
but
in
like
a
Chris
bad
said, like he
division.
led the NFL in passing touchdowns last year, and I don't know what his yards were at, but it was
He just
like
turns the ball over too
He
much.
was,
That's
but
probably the
like,
problem.
point being, he was
Nowhere near.
great last
Yeah,
year.
no, he was amazing.
Nowhere close to this conversation.
Yeah, it's
So
tough.
it's tough. He'd have to get like I don't even know what he has to do.
5K and
like,
45.
like, yeah.
5K and 45.
Which I
yeah.
guess you could say is in the cards. I don't know how likely it is, but I mean
Not
anything's
likely.
possible.
If Baker wants to make $60 million a year, that's what he'll do.
that's what he'll
Well-
have to do. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no. If he puts up that kind of season, he's getting
70,
no,
60, 70.
yeah,
he's getting upwards of 55 for sure. If that's what he does, but
Yeah.
I like it. I'll throw one more name out there, Justin Herbert. If they win the division, he could put up the numbers.
Yeah.
I don't think they win the division, but I think that's a bet that's worth having too.
so that would have been my pick if not for the Rashawn Slater injury. I think that's gonna impact the Chargers season as a whole to where they're not gonna be. Maybe they're still a playoff team, but they're not gonna be looked at as like a real true like threat to
Yeah,
anyone
that
without
sucks.
having Rashawn
Yeah.
Slater. I mean, granted, they do still have basically an All-Pro tackle on the other side already, which helps. But yeah, it's
You'd rather have 2 All-Pro tackles
exactly
than one,
Right.
right.
but
Switching gears a little bit here, we're gonna move on to the Offensive Player of the Year. To me, this is a no-brainer pick. You know, as betting men with the odds included here, I love the value here. It's Bijan Robinson at plus 1,500. The math is simple. I mean, last year he had 1456 on the ground, 14 touchdowns. Through the air, he had 61 for 431 and 2. If Bijan eclipses 2,000 total, if Bijan eclipses 20 total touchdowns, he wins the award. And it's that simple. And in terms of the odds, something that stuck out to me was, I know it's fantasy football and maybe it's not the end-all be-all, but Bijan Robinson is the consensus fantasy RB1. We've done a ton of drafts. He's the first running back off the board basically every single time. Saquon has better odds than him. Can't really argue that. Saquon just had a historic season. Derrick Henry and Jahmyr Gibbs also both have better odds than Bijan Robinson to win the Offensive Player of the Year. And to me, that doesn't make sense. if we as a football community are all predicting Bijan Robinson to be that guy via fantasy football, he should have better odds than those guys. And it's marginal. I think Gibbs is at plus 13, Henry's at plus 14, and Bijan's at plus 15. But to me, Bijan should be in terms of running back, he should be the second guy here behind Saquon, and he's not. So I think the odds are in his favor. And, I mean, it's a generational running back talent. I think we all have him as our RB1 in fantasy, besides Dean. We all have him as our RB1 in fantasy, but we're all expecting Bijan to take that jump forward into, cementing himself as one of, if not the best running backs in football. And like I mentioned, I threw out the stats from last year. He was pretty damn great last year. And to take it a step up from there, if he takes it a step up from there, he'll be the best running back in football. So, and, I'll talk a little bit later, but I think there's a little narrative mixed in here that could help Bijan's case a little bit too. So,
I mean, I don't dislike the pick at all. I think it makes perfect sense. The only thing that I think needs to change for him is he needs to just break a few. His problem throughout his career so far has been he hasn't popped the big play consistently enough. I think 3 or 4 of those runs turn into 70 instead of 35. We're talking about another 110, 120 extra yards on the season, and that makes a big difference.
And we're all predicting that, essentially.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So
That's why I didn't even mention that, because essentially where we have him in our fantasy rankings is predicting that.
Yeah, and I mean, he's probably a great bet to get 100 targets at this point. I think that's a great bet. He's probably their number 2 receiver in a way. I think that could help them out too. So, yeah.
Targets is a lot.
100 targets is a ton.
It's a ton.
But
He
after
got pretty
Drake,
damn close last year. I don't know the number, but I mean, he had 61 catches, so he had to have
probably
been
at about
pretty damn
80,
close.
80 or 90 targets, and I think that's totally in the cards that he could get to 100. And if that's the case, I mean,
So you think he gets even more touches than he did last year?
yes, I do. I do think he gets more touches, at least more catches.
I feel like Algier was pretty good, though.
No, Tyler's awesome. It's not a Tyler thing. Tyler's going to sign elsewhere after the season and be great. But
Yeah, I mean, in Bijan's 2 years, they've lessened Algier's workload. So
Yeah.
he had 72 targets last year. He had 86 as a rookie, though, so he could definitely see 100.
Yeah, I love the Bijan pick, especially with the Bijan pick. I'm sorry, especially with the odds, like you said, Henry and Gibbs above him. I'd
Just doesn't
say
make
he
sense.
finishes in the top 3, no doubt in my mind. So, yeah, I love the pick.
I think Derek. This is completely out of the blue, but I think the Derrick Henry odds. Did you guys see that Adam Sandler said he'd put Derrick Henry in a movie or something with him if he ran for 2,000?
Really?
Yeah.
I saw something like that.
Yeah.
Like Sandler's put people in movies for a lot less. I feel like that's a really.
He said
I feel
run
like
for
that's-
two. He said run
I
for
feel like that's
2,000.
really unfair.
It was a commercial.
When did
Sorry.
he draft him in fantasy or something?
Yeah, probably.
I have no idea, but he said run for 2,000 and I'll do a commercial with you. So there's added motivation there, I
Way to
guess.
go, Derek.
But yeah, no, I think the Bijan pick's a great one.
Yeah.
So.
My offensive player of the year that I have picked out is my RB1 in fantasy as well. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He had an elite offensive season last year. What really convinced me, and I know you guys are going to say, how are you going to get better and build upon last year? And it's going to be through the receiving work. He's been working out of the slot in training camp this year, which I think will boost his numbers up significantly. I think him being as versatile as he is going to put him over the top, over a Bijan Robinson and maybe even a Saquon Barkley. I think this is the Jahmyr Gibbs year. I think regression from Monty is inevitable. He's a running back. He's 28. He's going to get worse, maybe, probably. And yeah, I think Jahmyr Gibbs takes the award this year.
It's hard to argue against that too.
Yeah, I mean,
he's the engine of the offense. He is the best player. I mean, yeah, you could argue Amon-Ra all you want, but he is the best player. I think the only case against him is there just are so many mouths to feed in that offense. There are so many guys that are going to get attention and get the ball. But, I mean, the Lions go as Jahmyr Gibbs goes, and he's an absolute superstar. You'd have to assume the volume goes up too. So
I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
I think Monty takes more of a step back.
I completely agree with that. I know people, again, we talk about fantasy, but people are still worried about, to some degree, about Monty eating into Gibbs' role. I'm not at all. I think the gap gets larger and larger every game they play, not even just on a season-by-season basis.
Right.
But I do think with the Lions, like we always talk about how the coaching stuff, losing your entire coaching staff matters. I think people are going a little too far with that. Like at the end of the day, talent is talent. Like these are great players, and Gibbs is third in odds for a reason. So yeah, I love the pick. I still think, he could score 20 touchdowns. He can run for a bunch of yards. And if he's working as a legit receiver, like part-time receiver and a full-time running back, basically, that's
right. He could
that's
still
definitely
be
gonna
on the
help get
field when
numbers.
Monty's on the field.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
They like to do 2 running backs quite often, actually.
Yeah.
So
Right.
what do you think?
Or it's like a motion man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't see it. I don't know. I can't
He is
I
one of the
can't
best
say too
offensive
much.
players in the league.
I can't say too much.
Okay. I'm assuming there's something coming there.
I just can't say too much.
Okay.
All right.
His hot take is David Montgomery wins it.
You got me.
Monty out snaps Jameer Gibbs this season. All right.
Hot take Jameer Gibbs. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
gonna say it.
please,
I'm not
please don't even put that out there. So I'm curious if we all have a different one. I hope this is the case, but my winner of the Offensive Player of the Year award this year isn't even in the top 5 for odds. I picked CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to have a special season. I think one of my hot takes later will also have something to do with that. But it pains me to say that the Dallas Cowboy is going to be the guy to win it. But I think CeeDee Lamb, the last time that Dak Prescott was healthy, CeeDee Lamb had 135 catches for over 1,700 yards and 12 touchdowns. And his life got a hell of a lot easier. Yes, you may say the targets go down, but we just watched the guy win the Triple Crown with a great receiver next to him, even though he missed a few games. CeeDee Lamb is only going to be helped by the presence of George Pickens. Whether that changes the fact that those targets are just going to become even more valuable and less attention paid to him, I think CeeDee's going to have over 1,700 again, over 130 again, and maybe those touchdowns go up a bit. We just watched Micah Parsons get traded away from the Dallas Cowboys, and that's only going to help this passing game throw even more if they're playing from behind with a bad defense. So I think CeeDee Lamb's going to have a special season, and he's my Offensive Player of the Year.
CeeDee was my dark horse pick. I mean, we've talked about it damn near all summer, how I have CeeDee firmly as my fantasy wide receiver, too, for what it's worth. I think CeeDee's closer to Jamar Chase in terms of statistical / fantasy output this year than he is to Justin Jefferson. He's closer to 1 than he is to being 3, in my opinion. I mean, he's just going to see a gajillion million targets. Like, we know Dak is going to target him. Like you mentioned in Dak's last full year, 135 over 1,712. Like, he could easily get to those numbers again and potentially even exceed them. Yeah, so I think that's a easy pick. Like, at plus 2,002, like,
No,
It's a phenomenal
crazy
bet.
odds.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm
It's a phenomenal
very,
bet.
very curious to see if the odds on that shifted at all post Micah trade.
Yeah.
That changed a lot.
I wonder if they did.
I
it
also think the Micah thing, like I said this earlier when I didn't even think he was going to get traded, but same thing with Trey Hendrickson. I think that pendulum can swing too far the other way. Like if that offense is on the field the entire game, like they're going to be fatigued as the season goes on. You know what I mean? So it's not always a great thing it's not a good thing for the offense to have a really, really bad defense. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying that eats into the narrative a little bit.
I think they're just going to get the football moved. Like, teams are going to dominate the time of possession, I think, against Dallas.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be explosive. Like, but that's
Yeah, but
that
that
actually.
Kenny Clark just stop the run.
Can't run the ball on Dallas,
okay.
yeah, apparently.
Well, apparently, yeah. Now Jerry
Yeah.
Jones knows what he's doing. I swear. But no, I think if the time of possession is going to be less, I don't think there's going to be offensive fatigue. I feel like offenses are just. It's a different argument if they're on the field a lot than it is with defenses. I think defenses get more fatigued because it's like offense. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a little bit different. But yeah, in general, I just think, like 180, 190 targets, is that out of the question? Like, could we
No,
see
not at all.
Could we see a 200 target season? Like,
I don't think the targets are going to be there as much as like the explosive big plays in the yards is going to be there because of how little we think they're going to be on the field for.
their offense is going to be on the field a lot. Like, that's not. I don't know. I just think that's a
You
bad
just said their
argument.
time of possession is going to be dominated.
Probably, but that's
just
marginal.
said
Like that's still marginal. That's a play or two. That's a play or two a game, probably.
They're gonna be able to move the ball.
Yes.
I feel
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Like that's very marginal. I think if that's the lone argument against CeeDee Lamb, I think then he's a pretty good fucking bet to win Offensive Player of the Year. So
It's not the lone argument. It's just what I said,
so what would be your argument against him?
that there's, I think, 5 other guys with better odds.
That's how
That's
odds work.
definitely a good argument.
but wait,
nah, I
but-
like that.
but
I
here's
like
my
that
que-
one. I like
but here's
that
my
one.
question.
No, that's, I mean,
But here's my question:
What?
Has it never happened that the 6th guy
Yo,
in odds or 7th guy in odds has won the Offensive Player of the Year?
no, I just
got him.
Got him! Got him!
I just think the fact that they really don't have a run game doesn't really help him much at all. I think the offense is not going to be so versatile.
That helps him immensely.
No, I think that is
No.
going to make other teams play the pass against them, and they're not going to be able to throw the ball as effectively as you think they're going to be able to. They're going to be pretty not creative.
So when CD won, when CD put these stats up a couple years ago, did they have a run game?
More of a run game than they do now.
I guess it was injured Tony Pollard. He was pretty bad. Now
Yeah, and Zeke was not good.
Yeah.
Who's their starting running back now?
Javonte
Okay,
motherfucking
so let's,
Williams.
Put some respect on.
I think
Devontae
injured
Williams.
Tony Pollard is going to be better than Javonte Williams still.
I mean, we'll see about that, but I don't know.
And Miles Sanders. Jaden Blue?
Miles, hey, maybe Jaden Blue had some explosivity to this offense.
Phil Maffa?
Phil Maffa's
Sure.
on IR.
I know that.
Just respect Phil Maffa, all right? Clemson legend.
Cool.
Yeah.
But nah,
You have
I
to put CD in the backfield. That's what's going to happen.
exactly some carries too. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. My Offensive Player of the Year, it's pretty interesting that I'm the only one that has this guy, but I'm going with the Triple Crown winner himself, Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals. I think as far as the narrative goes, I think that helps him that he won the Triple Crown last year and didn't win Offensive Player of the Year. I think you might get some sympathy votes, and those are votes nonetheless, but that's obviously not the biggest thing for Jamar Chase. It's, you talk about CeeDee Lamb, this is what, Jamar Chase's situation is what you want for CeeDee Lamb. Like what it was last year was they had a terrible defense. They were throwing the hell out of the ball. Joe Burrow was just lighting Jamar Chase up with targets. He was getting touchdowns. Triple crown, most receptions, yards, touchdowns. And I really don't see a reason why he can't. I don't know if he'll exactly get the Triple Crown again, but I mean, he scored a lot of touchdowns, I know. But if there's one guy that can repeat those numbers, it's Jamar Chase. I mean, like I said, the situation is set up for him to succeed. It's a good enough, well-rounded offense where they have to account for other guys there, so they can't just throw everything at him. But yeah, I think he comes back and grabs the award this year.
It's never a bad bet to pick Jamar Chase. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Why doesn't the bad defense matter for Jamar, but it matters for CD?
Jamar's a better player than CD, and the Bengals' offense is better than the Cowboys. And their defense might be better than the Cowboys' defense.
Yeah, no, I guess. I don't
I
know.
think they're both bad, but
I wouldn't
know
really
Jamar's
bet on the
better
Bengals
than-
defense being
I-
well, we
better.
kind of just watched Jamar do it with a bad defense too. But I just think the
I know,
time
but
of
we
possession
saw
argument
CD
is just
do
a
it
bad
2
one.
years ago.
Yeah, no, I agree. But that Dallas defense was better than this defense. But I'm just playing devil's advocate for Tom. But
No, I know, but I don't know.
I think that was I just don't like that argument in general because I just think no matter what they're gonna be on the field enough. But
I guess there's arguments for both
literally
good
everything.
defenses and bad defenses to boost an offensive. Like, I guess you could go both ways with
I mean,
it.
Dak and Joe Burrow are both going to be they're probably going to be 1 and 2 in the league in
Yes.
terms of pass attempts. So,
100%. 100%. So
It's a pretty apples to apples comparison, if you ask me.
yeah,
I just think, like I said, I think the Bengals are what the Cowboys want to be, what you want
well,
them
not
to be. You know
want
what
to
I
be,
mean? Like,
but what we want.
what we want them to be.
What they
I
will
guess
fall
that's a
into.
better- Yeah.
They don't want to be this.
Right.
Boy,
I
Yeah.
guess, but I just feel like it's not like it's not like we're asking the Cowboys offense to be something they haven't been before. We saw it 2 years ago.
Yes.
They were that.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I agree. That's why I saw this, and it only takes the pressure off CD. But those are the two receivers that I think are definitely the most likely to do it.
Sure.
So outside of that, I don't see too many guys.
Yeah, I
but
mean, to me, it's a 3-man race. It's Jamar, it's CD, and it's Bijan.
I mean, Gibbs could do it. I don't
No,
think
he
Saquon
definitely
does
can.
it.
I mean,
Saquon could also
anyone.
do
I don't think
Yeah.
Saquon
Anyone
does it
can
again.
do it, but I'm saying I'm pointing my flag down. Like I think
One of
it'll
those
be
three?
one of those three guys. Yeah. I think it's hard for Jamar because history over the past decade basically says the receiver who does those things doesn't repeat.
Doesn't
the
do it
next year,
again. Yeah.
so.
I think.
Also,
like,
if he
I know it's
doesn't win it in
cliche
a
to
triple
say.
crown year, it's like, I know Saquon had the year Saquon had, but triple crown, he can't get better than that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt Jamar has the triple crown again. I'll
No.
bet against.
Yeah.
I
that's-
would.
That's fair.
I would
Yeah.
bet he doesn't back-to-back triple
Right.
crown. If he does and
pretty
he
insane if he
doesn't win the
does,
award,
yeah.
then we failed somewhere. But Chris, you said your dark horse for this was my pick, CD.
CD Lamb, yes.
Okay, Dean, who's your dark horse?
my dark horse, I was between a few guys, and I think if we get a full season of Nico Collins, he could take home
That is also my pick.
dark horse offensive player of the year. I think this Texans are going to be another one of those teams where they're going to throw the ball a hell of a lot. They have next to no run game without Joe Mixon, and their offensive line is significantly worse than last year. They're going to be a real pass-heavy team, and I think Stroud makes a bounce back. I think last year was really bad. Rookie year, really good. I think he gets back to where he was closer to his rookie year. I really like Nico Collins in a dark horse.
What's
Yeah.
the odds on that?
Nico Collins is at plus 1,600.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Damn,
bad.
Nico has better
Better
odds than
CD.
CD.
Yeah.
That's pretty
He
crazy.
does. Nico's like at the same, basically, as Bijan.
That's crazy.
1,500, yeah.
That is pretty fucking wild. I can't lie. Yeah,
I
don't-
completely agree with. Like I said, that's my dark horse pick too. I completely agree with everything you said.
My only issue is just the fact that like he's just never healthy.
Right.
it's
It's
so
very health
scary.
dependent.
Yeah.
Like, am I putting real U.S. currency on it? Probably not because of the health, but if I had to pick somebody that, if healthy, could win it, it's him.
It's another good shout. I'll just throw this one out there just because the odds are crazy on it. JT at plus 4,200.
It's an interesting
Crazy
one.
odds.
Another guy that always misses a few games
I
though.
don't, but bro, at the end of last season, those
Oh my
last 3
God.
games,
Yeah,
bro,
man.
they said, Jonathan Taylor, here's the ball.
Yeah.
You'll get it every
Do what you
time.
gotta
Like,
do.
if they bring that into this year, like, shit. He could have one of those special running back years. And JT has the talent to do it too,
Yeah.
obviously.
Definitely.
So
If
at
those-
plus 4,200, those are some juicy odds.
Xavier Worthy at plus 15,000.
It's not bad. It's
Good,
not
good
bad.
value.
Bowers plus 5,000
So-
isn't bad either.
There you go.
Oh,
Dean.
sorry. My bad.
It's all
I
good.
didn't know that you were going to say that.
So I did really want to make the homer pick and take Malik Neighbors because I think he could end up with like 200 fucking targets this year and just go absolutely nuts. And he's got the talent to be that guy. But my dark horse to win this award is Brock Bowers. You just said it. Plus 5,000 is pretty crazy. And everybody's been saying there's a one-of-one talent in Las Vegas, and it's not at running back. It is at tight end. I think Brock Bowers is that dude. I think he's – if there ever was going to be a tight end that could do this, I really do think Bowers is that special kind of talent. I think we're going to witness potentially the greatest receiving tight end in NFL history over the course of the next 10 years, and – he had a phenomenal rookie season, and I think he's only going to follow that up with an even better second season, with an even better quarterback, and Geno Smith is probably going to target the hell out of him. He said in training camp leading up to this that he feels bad. He apologizes to Brock Bowers when he doesn't throw him the football every single play because he's just that damn good. You can't cover him with the corner. You can't cover him with the linebacker. Brock Bowers could easily finish in the top 5 in all statistical categories for receiving yards, receptions, and touchdowns. So I think Brock Bowers is going to have a special year, and he's my dark horse.
What if he triple crowns as a tight end?
Bro.
It's going to be sick, though, when Brock Bowers does these things, and then I win the 32-man, and you guys buy me a Brock Bowers jersey.
That
That's
make
gonna
me
be
sick
fire.
to my stomach.
That's gonna be fire. I'll put him in the frame.
I
I'm a
drafted
Brock Bowers
What did
guy.
Colin
I drafted
Coward
him in
say?
2 leagues, so.
Randy, we're good here. We have Brock Bowers now. Put fucking Brock Bowers in that frame.
How are we
bro.
going to get that thing off the wall, bro?
Brandy's never coming
Just
down.
open
I
them
hate to
up.
say it. Oh yeah, actually,
Open
you can
the,
just,
open the
you can
door.
open it.
It'll
You
be
gotta
very
fix that
easy to
damn
change
thing,
that.
bro.
We should have
It's so crucial.
changed
Test it. Test
Now
it.
people are going to look at it and see
Well, I
it.
was thinking we just should change it every pod.
You think the laws of
Randall.
gravity would like stop, like keep it up while we change it?
Yeah, I think that's.
We just open up
Open
the
it,
door,
bruh.
take it out, close the door, change the jersey, open the door back up, put the jersey in, and that's it.
Well, it might. The command
But
strips
it's
might.
gonna fall. The jersey.
It
no?
may.
Oh, it's command stripped up.
Nah, it's
What
just
is-
floating.
Bruh.
You were there when we command stripped it.
No. The jersey in the, frame.
Jersey is
Oh, no.
on a like
on a board.
on a board.
I did it.
Like it's like it's almost like a
stripped it.
body,
They hung
but
it
it's like a plastic board. Like the plastic board is wearing the Randy Moss
Yeah.
jersey.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then you like fold the sleeves over like in the front.
I thought it
Why are you
just
so
like,
fucking
I
amazed?
thought it was
like
just like
in
this
the
modern
frame.
technology.
No.
No. No,
I get what you're
Plastic
saying.
board.
It's
I
like a
thought
plastic
I thought
board
gravity would
wearing-
like pull it down.
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, how would it be in there now? Oh, you think like the glass is pushing
Yeah.
against it, keeping it?
Yeah,
No. It's on a board. It's like the plastic board's wearing Randy.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Brock
That's-
Bowers, good pick.
Was that the dumbest 15 seconds in ball game
It
history?
was more than 15 seconds,
No, that was the
unfortunately.
dumbest. All right.
So now we're going to be moving on to Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to get it started.
Defensive player.
I'm going to get it started with Will Anderson. I
Wow.
think he takes a massive leap in his year 3. He's so talented. He's on a great defensive line, and I think that helps him in his case because he's not going to be getting double teamed because of guys like Daniil Hunter lined up with him. His odds are at plus 1,100. This is going to be the year for him. He needs to. Their defense really isn't all that amazing outside their defensive line, and I think Stingley's great, but
Their whole secondary is stacked, but yes, continue.
I think that he takes his massive leap, and I'm calling my shot on Will Anderson.
They were only like the second best defense in the NFL last year.
No, I like it though. I think Will Anderson, I mean, there's a reason why he was drafted where he was drafted. There's a reason why for 2 years leading up to him being drafted, he was the consensus guy on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, I don't want to, throw around the generational term, but he's, as close to generational without being generational as you can be. He's has a prospect profile of being a premier edge rusher in the NFL. He's taken steps in his first 2 years in the NFL, so why not take one more step in it going into his year 3?
For sure.
I think that's a great pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. How many sacks did he have last year?
He was in the double digits, but I
Yeah,
don't know
it's
how far
12
into the
around there,
double
maybe?
digits.
It's
I think
also
it was
because
11 and a half, maybe.
I'm just going to throw out there the guys that have higher odds, like Micah Parsons. I think as good as Micah Parsons is, may take a few weeks to get acclimated to Green Bay. I think that's
Possible,
a thing.
yeah.
I think joining a team late into training camp is a tough thing for a lot of players. Aiden Hutchinson coming back from injury. I mean, the guys in his way, Crosby, Watt, Garrett, all elite talents, but I'm taking my bet on Will Anderson leapfrogging those
That's
guys.
kind of where I was going with that. Is like, as a pass rusher, you got to get a lot of sacks to win Defensive Player of the Year. Like, you got to get like 18.
Right.
So, and if you're predicting a breakout, then that maths. So I really like Will Anderson though. I love that pick.
Yeah. I went with my underdog pick is my regular pick. I think you guys kind of can know I'm going here. I went with Jared Verse at plus 1,500. He had 77 total pressures as a rookie, ranked 4th in the NFL, but only had 4.5 sacks. And Jared Verse pointed out himself that he realized when he was facing a dominant tackle in Deion Dawkins, he realized that his bull rush isn't just enough. He can't run over these, super big, talented offensive linemen. But he's realized in this offseason that he's just faster than these dudes. And he didn't really put that on display last year, his speed rushing ability, because he was so dominant with his power rush, with his bull rush. But to be honest, I think there's a good case Jared Verse has the best power to speed combination in the entire NFL going into his year 2. He had 19.6 pass rush win rate according to PFF and a 26.8 pass rush win rate in true passing sets at a 26.8. And the thing that stands out to me, I just mentioned, he mentioned that he didn't utilize his speed to the best of his ability. He said during camp, I've only used about 10 to 15 of my power moves because I've been only practicing on using my speed rushing tactics to improve in that aspect. So I think if he puts it together, we know he's dominant as a bull rusher. We saw that last year, winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, being as dominant as he was. But if he learns how to utilize his speed, that's where the sack numbers go up to where he, makes initial contact with these guys and then uses his speed to get around the edge and get to the quarterback. I mean, 4.5 sacks for a guy who's 4th in the NFL in total pressure. It's just the math doesn't math
matter,
there.
yeah.
I know people hate when we say this, but he's just due for positive regression in terms of the sacks, and I think it's going to come for him. I think he can lead the league in sacks, and that's how he gets the Defensive Player of the Year.
I fucking love Jared Verse.
He's one
so
of them
much.
ones, man.
I love him so much. I love that he talks as much shit as he does too. He's very likable. Like he really,
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like in a weird way, he's very likable. I think that's a great pick, and I was leaning towards him early on, and then an event that happened 4 days ago pushed me in another direction. But yeah, I think Jared Verse is a great pick. So,
Yeah, I mean, Jared versus.
and that talent on the D line helps him a lot.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. You're
So-
betting on the second-year breakout too. It's a good bet to make usually. I wonder how many times a guy's won Defensive Rookie of the Year and then won Defensive Player of the Year the next year. I can't think of
Probably
it.
not that often.
No, I would imagine no.
Does it ever really happen?
Yeah. That would be special.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Made no sense how he slipped in the draft. Still to this day.
Yeah, the Rams would pick him up. Yeah.
But just great teams just end up with great players.
Yep.
It's just how it works.
And he got better as the year went on, too. And I mean, in
Yeah.
the playoffs against the Eagles, he was probably the best player on the field
Yes.
on
Yeah.
both sides,
Against
including the Eagles. Like,
The
he
best tackle duo in
he
the
was
NFL.
the best player on the
Right.
field. So.
Yes. So like I said, I prefaced it 4 or 5 days ago. An event happened that shook the NFL world. That event was the Green Bay Packers traded for Micah Parsons. Micah's on a mission this year. Micah's on a mission to prove that he was worth every single penny that he got paid. I know you made the argument before that it's a new system and a new team. They're going to look at him and they're going to say, your job is simple to start off. Go get the motherfucking quarterback. And there's been legitimately nobody else better at winning consistently on the edge than Micah Parsons. He has the best pass rush win rate since he stepped into the NFL in 2021, and somehow, some way, he's only gotten better. Last year, he was hurt for part of the season. This year, like I said, he has something to prove. A motivated Micah Parsons is a terrifying, terrifying thing. And again, talent on that defensive line. It's not just Micah. He is going to help the rest of the guys. And if you lead a top 10, top 5 defense, which they have the personnel to potentially do, Micah's going to be in conversations. Micah got a narrative, and I think Micah's going to win it.
Yeah. I mean, my only pushback is what I said before. I think it may take a couple weeks to get up to speed with everything that they do in Green Bay. But if his assignment is simple as just get to the quarterback, yeah, he'll have a few sacks in the first.
Right. I was gonna say he could come out week 1 and have 3 or 4 sacks in the first game and
Yeah.
All I
shut
know
that
is
all down. But
that
yeah.
Dallas game, I feel bad for Dak Prescott.
He is the favorite.
I would not want to be Dak. Yeah,
He's at plus 500.
I hate picking the favorite, but it's just like, for me, it's
Favorites are the
just
favorites for a
so
reason,
obvious.
yeah.
Like, to me, it's so obvious.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna captain a great defense on a great team, and like you said, he's definitely got the narrative with the.
He's
after
in the media.
trade. So yeah, for sure. So he's got fans there.
Mm-hmm.
My pick for Defensive Player of the Year is a guy who's won it before. He had 22.5 sacks in 2021. I'm going with TJ Watt from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Steelers might have the best defense in the NFL, and usually that's a good bet to make, the best guy on the best defense, but it's not even that, man. This guy hates when he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year. He really takes it personal. It's part of, like, he and Myles Garrett hate each other so much for that exact reason. But like I said, TJ is going to captain a great defense. He's a guy that we know can obviously put up the sack numbers, and I think that's a big thing when you're, again, an edge rusher. That's the biggest part of being an edge rusher, is trying to get those sack numbers. But TJ is just one of the ones, man. He's a constant. He'll always be in this discussion, and I just think he pulls away with it this year, because I think the Steelers' defense is just loaded top to bottom, and he'll be the best player on that defense.
Yeah. I mean, TJ Watt's always a great bet, too. So I think there's the very clear big three. It's Myles Garrett, it's TJ Watt, and it's Micah Parsons to win this award, probably, in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
I know Aiden has-
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. That I'm really confused as to why. Listen, I know Aiden was elite to start the season last year, but coming off a major injury is so tough to
Yes.
put him
Leg
second in
snapped in
odds.
half.
Not even like
I just
a
need to
normal
see-
injury.
No.
Right.
He fucking snapped his leg.
No,
Right.
yeah.
I need to
I agree.
see him actually play before giving him the second best over Myles Garrett, over TJ Watt, Max. Like, I don't get it.
I agree with you, and I'm not betting it because I don't like the odds being where they are, but it's just it's a testament to how truly dominant he was before he
was
got hurt.
running away with defensive player of the year before he got hurt. It was not close.
Was not
He
close.
was
He was on pace for one of like the best defensive seasons we've ever seen in the history of the sport.
I'm pretty
agree.
sure. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think he's just way too high. Like I would
No,
love to
I
take him
get
in like
it.
a dark horse if he was like the 7th best odds because he's coming off snapping his leg, but
The thing was, he
he's
was
second.
And yeah, I think Chris is 100% right. It is the testament to how great he was to start the season last year. He was like historically good,
Yeah.
like historically good. Like pressure, like the pass rush win rate, something we like to refer to, was like lapping the league. Like it was.
He was far and away the
unbelievable.
best pass rusher in the NFL in an NFL with Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, T.J. Watt, and all those other guys. So.
Yeah, like it was some scary good
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, I get it. So you want to lead us off with your dark horse?
My dark horse for defensive player of the year, I was between a few guys. I think I like Dexter Lawrence. I think
That is also my pick.
That's my pick as
That is
well.
also
he's
my
gonna
pick.
go absolutely insane with the defensive line that they have. Like, there's no way you could concentrate all your efforts on Dexter Lawrence when you have a Brian Burns, an Abdul Carter now coming off the edge. Like, Dexter Lawrence is gonna absolutely eat for the Giants this year. Their defense is gonna be a top 5 defense in the league. There's no reason Dexter Lawrence shouldn't have an insane year. The only reason why he is a dark horse is because his odds are so low at plus 6,000 on FanDuel. I think that's way too low for him. I would take that. I'm going to actually put money on that.
He early in the season was
In
in
talks.
those conversations
Yep.
as well. He had 9 sacks in 12 games, I think, and he's a nose tackle, dude. Like,
Right.
that's not what they do. And he was
Nobody.
he was still getting after it. And no Abdul Carter last year. It was, that's my pick as well.
Yeah, he's my pick also, and there's the homer pick. I mean, it isn't even close in terms of nose tackles in the NFL and their impact on a game from whoever is in second place in Dexter Lawrence. He basically doubles or triples them in every single statistical category.
And he's like fun to watch, too.
Oh, he's hilarious.
fun
He's
to watch,
amazing.
yeah.
He's a locker room leader too. And not that has any impact on this, but I do think
narrative, you know.
the narrative is the fact that if the Giants do surprise some people in terms of the team as a whole, you guys were saying it, like Dexter would win the MVP before Russell Wilson would, the quarterback.
Right.
But I just think in general, like Dexter is a one-man wrecking crew, and I think not enough people truly understand just how great he is just yet. And I think a lot of eyes are going to be open this year. He might be the best defensive player in all of football, and people aren't ready for that conversation yet.
Mm-hmm. All right, you want to go next?
Well, he's the only one that
Oh, we all had Dex as our
Yeah, I mean,
dark
Jared
horse.
Verse was. I didn't put like.
Oh, yeah, Jared Verse
was,
Because Jared
yeah.
Verse was outside the top 5 in odds. If I had to throw another name out there, Kyle Hamilton could get spicy.
True
spicy name.
secondary players in back-to-back years would be
crazy.
spicy.
Trey Hendrickson is another name in a contract year again because the Bengals don't want to fucking pay this man.
Yeah. I think because of the counting stats, it's so easy to give it to defensive linemen.
Yes.
Like secondary players you could be amazing and just not have many things to show for it in terms of
Or you could get a bunch of, how many picks did Trayvon Diggs have that year? Was he
Yes.
anywhere near the Defensive Player of the Year
Right.
conversation? No, so.
because he also just wasn't the best corner either.
Right, exactly.
Just,
So, the counting stats are just a little murky for
Right,
him. But it is for, I know J.J. Watt talks about it all the time. He thinks sack numbers are overrated because it's first of all, sometimes they just get them wrong. They just,
Yes.
So it's interesting.
What do you mean
It's
get
tough
him wrong?
Half sacks and shit.
Half
like
sacks,
that.
and JJ will be how does he put it? You only got there because I did my job. You
Yes.
know what I mean? So
Okay.
but you got the credit for it. That kind
Right.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why pressures is the best thing to look at
Right.
sometimes
Pass rush
too.
win rate, all that.
But it's
Yeah.
also the guys with the most sacks are typically the best in the league. So
Yeah. Right.
you got to
don't-
be able to
don't-
finish.
yeah.
You don't
Hey, yo.
stumble into
No, you
15
definitely-
sacks.
Right, yeah.
You
100%.
definitely got to be able to finish.
Right.
It's so important in life.
100%.
It really is.
All right.
Right, Dean?
I think
Definitely got to finish.
I think we can run through these next few awards. Both the Rookie of the Years and then Coach of the Year. I think we run through these because we obviously have hot takes and Super Bowl predictions to get to. So, are we all in agreement on Offensive Rookie of the Year or no?
Probably not.
Do we think we are? I guess
don't know.
not.
Let's find out. All
right, so I'll give it away real quick. I'm not even going to give much of an explanation. My Offensive Rookie of the Year is Aston Genty. Pretty simple. What?
I was so clearly building. I was so clearly building into an intro.
He just stole it. He loves the spotlight, bro.
But it's okay, man. Go ahead. Talk about Ashton Genty.
For real,
This is the Matt podcast.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
What's up,
Tom.
guys? Welcome back to the Matt podcast. Take it away, please. I don't want to talk.
I'm Matt, and I don't care who these other people
Hovering
are.
over the mic.
Literally, bro. Like so clearly was building, segueing into
And
an
like
intro.
we all did one
And,
already.
yeah,
I thought
exactly.
it was obvious
Right.
that it was Tom's turn.
No, but go. No,
finish.
but please,
Finish your
please.
Ashton Genty. You already
floor is
said it,
yours.
so just finish it.
The floor is yours. Podcast is yours.
Yo, you do the defensive rookie of the year, all right? That's
No,
all
you can have it. I don't even fucking want it.
Go. Speak.
It's Aston Genty.
Why? Why is it Ashton Genty?
It's just this. It just is. I don't want to talk anymore.
Okay. Tom.
I think it's Ted McMillan.
Oh!
I do. I think, yeah.
a hot
I
take,
think
dude.
he's gonna get a massive target share, and that's typically a wide receiver's path to Offensive Rookie of the Year is getting a huge target share. You got Thielen's gone. Coker, unfortunately, is on the IR. There's not much else in the way of receiving. I think this offense takes a leap under Dave Canales. I'm a believer in him. I think Bryce Young will be pretty damn good. Much better this year, I will say. But, Genty does exist, Hampton does exist, and Genty's a generational prospect. But Ted McMillan was only a few picks later. Like, let's not act like he's not super great in his own right. And the reports out of camp have been great. He's looked amazing. So, yeah, I think if he just gets a large target share, he'll put up good numbers.
Is he back at practice?
I'm not too. He'll be ready for next week.
I know he missed like a week and a half for a hammy. But
Yeah.
Oh, man, not the hammies, bro.
Yeah, it's a little, I hate the
That shit is so
soft tissue
scary,
stuff, but
bro.
yeah. I really do, man.
He's
I'm
so
moved by
smooth
Ted.
at how tall he is.
Right, he just
kinda
shouldn't be able to
crazy.
move that way.
Yeah. Like at that tall, you would think he's like a different type of receiver than what he is, but he's
Right.
so like,
Fluid. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, he returned to practice about a week ago.
Oh,
About
nice.
a week
About a
ago.
week ago.
No, I mean I am in complete agreement here. This is talk more later, but Ted McMillan, I think he's just gonna come in and have one of them years that sets the world on fire. And thing that's in his favor is, I guess, in all these skill position rookies' favors is there's only one quarterback that they're going up against, which definitely helps their case because typically this is a quarterback award for the most part. Aside from, Jamar won it a few years ago, but he was going up against bad Trevor Lawrence, Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence, and Zach Wilson. Like, there was no comp there. And then the year Garrett got it was a Kenny Pickett year. Like, there was no comp at the quarterback position there. So, I mean, he's only going up against Cam Ward in terms of the quarterback. And, you mentioned it. I mean, the dude's 6'4", with strong hands, moves fluidly. I think he's going to see a shit ton of targets. I think he's going to score a shit ton of touchdowns. I think he's going to get a shit ton of yards. I think it's it's there. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
So my offensive rookie of the year, I'm planting my flag on Amarian Hampton. That's my guy. I took him in Dynasty at the 104, which I thought was even low for that position. He has the opportunity to get a ton of touches in a Greg Roman Harbaugh offense. He was a first-round draft pick. He could do it all. He has a workhorse build. He could catch. Had 20 something. He had over 2,000 yards last year in college. He had 20-something touch. He was absolutely elite. I think there's no reason that stops with the Los Angeles Chargers. I think he could run away with the award. The only reason why I have him over Genty's, I think Genty's on a bad team.
So
I think the Chargers being good helps the running back position.
That's part of why the Panthers aren't great.
Yeah, I didn't want to pick Genty just because it's like boring, but I have Tet and Hampton written down.
Yeah.
And the thing for me with Hampton that's in his favor is the narrative of if he has a better season than Genty, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because everyone's expecting Genty to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And, people have come
That's a good
around
point.
to Hampton, after his combine with the draft capital and the landing spot, like people are coming around to Hampton, but I think the consensus still expects Genty to be the best rookie running back by far. And if Hampton does have a better statistical season than him, that's a big storyline that's in his favor. Like, wow, Ashton Genty was a generational running back, but this guy had a better season than him as a rookie. So,
like, I could see Genty being more efficient, you know, even having more yards, but I think Hampton will get in the end zone way more than Genty just because of how much better their team is than the Vegas Raiders.
And I mean, Najee Harris hasn't practiced all summer. He just got back to practice. Like, when the draft happened, we weren't expecting this, but it's Hampton's job from week one. Which
I saw that Najee might play week one. Like it's a weird situation.
Back at practice.
There's no way he's going to be starting after not.
Right.
No,
Definitely
exactly.
Not. It's Hampton's job to lose now, which again at the time of the draft was not what we were expecting.
I think right now he's better than Najee at this very moment.
I think everyone will say that. The question was, you know, Najee the veteran. They just signed him like he'll be starting.
Not if, but when.
But it's the fact of Najee hasn't practiced all summer. This is. Yeah. The same way it's a new offense for Omarion Hampton, it's a new offense for Najee Harris, who's coming from a new team, which Hampton has had more reps in this offense throughout the summer. He's a week one starter.
I'm going to say something that would classify as a hot take. I think the Raiders' offense is going to be better than the Chargers.
It's definitely a hot take.
Definitely a hot
take, yeah.
It's really hot.
Yeah.
I mean, Genty has what it takes to do that by himself.
In my borderline on... silly?
I mean, the Chargers don't have a guy of Brock Bowers' caliber. It's not a bad
take.
Also, just the injury to Slater for this whole season changes everything for me, in my opinion, too. So
I think
Chargers have a better quarterback.
I was about to say, I think
for sure.
I think the Chargers O-line without Slater is still better than the Raiders O-line.
I disagree, but
taking Chip Kelly or Greg Roman?
I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one.
I mean, it definitely losing Slater closes the gap, but I mean, the Raiders don't have a blue chip guy like Joe Alt, which matters.
Yeah.
Colton Miller's been pretty fucking
He's great. No, he's
Colton Miller is
but
great.
like Joe Alt's supposed to be one of them once, so.
Guess I don't have to worry because I have both of them. So whoever's better.
Yeah, your team's good.
Whoever's better, it doesn't matter.
Who are you talking about, Genty and Hampton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dark horse offensive rookie of the year is none other than Travion Henderson.
Yep.
Plus 1,400. The thing about Travion Henderson is he's special.
Yeah.
He's handsome. He believes in God.
Apparently, he's slanging wood.
Yes.
I don't know about handsome, but
Is that?
He's slanging
confirmed?
wood.
That is not confirmed.
it's
I can't go and
it's-
confirm it,
it's-
but
what was the story? What
It's
happened?
about as close to.
I haven't heard of it.
I haven't
there
heard
was a
this
girl
either,
just
right?
talking about a running back on Ohio State who has big meat, and she couldn't even
she
handle
said
it.
he was drafted by the Patriots, too.
She basically
and said it was the
said
largest
this?
thing
Just some girl?
that
Oh,
she's
okay.
ever
she
seen in
basically
her
said
life.
she couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
And it was like a fucking...
I mean, what do you expect out of a guy like?
I mean,
that's
that's
a guy
part
who
of-
never fumbled the ball. Like he knows how to take care of his business. Like
That's part of the narrative.
does the same thing in
that
the
plays
bed.
in.
It definitely plays in.
Takes care of his business on the football field, not fumbling the ball. Takes care of his business in the bed, slanging that
Or
wood.
he's got a horse
But,
collar, apparently.
Travion Henderson just has this skill set that will make NFL fans fall in love with him. You know, Travion Henderson week one when they're in a passing set and Travion Henderson catches a chip block on an edge rusher, it'll be on Twitter all week long.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Travion Henderson with the best block you'll ever see from a running back. Like he just has the stuff that NFL fans are gonna fall in love with: the explosiveness, the pass catching ability, the juice, the handsomeness, the belief in God. Yeah.
The meat.
I feel like
And the
he's
wood.
The meat.
And the wood.
I feel like he's the only dark horse pick you could really make for this award.
I didn't do it because
I
you
know
were
we're
gonna.
going here.
I took Matthew Golden because he's the wide receiver one of what should be a really good offense, and there's a path to really high level production for him. If
Dark horse MVP. Dark horse.
right, and I know a lot of people didn't love the pick, but the reports out of camp and all preseason have been really, really positive surrounding Matthew Golden, and this is a team that drafts well, so like they clearly believe in him. So
Who you got?
My dark horse offensive rookie goes hand in hand with my dark horse MVP. It's Emeka Egbuka.
yep.
I think Chris Godwin being out for extended time is really gonna help Emeka set the world on fire. I think him moving into the slot role in that offense is gonna be insane. I think he's going to have a ton of counting stats. He's going to get 10 targets a game. He's going to get, his touchdowns in the red zone. Like, Baker's going to throw the ball a hell of a lot, and it's Mike Evans, Ibuka, and who else? Jalen McMillan's out for the year.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin's out. Like, you got Cade Otton.
Confirmed?
I think McMillan's out for the year, right?
No, I think it's like the first 8 or so.
I know he's on the IL.
A while.
He's out for a long time. But Ibuka is clearly better than McMillan, and he's going to be better. This is his job, and I think he is the best.
all
This is
their
his
jobs.
job. This is his
It's all
job
in
for
their
sure.
jobs.
No, but I'm saying even what I meant to say is give it context. When Chris Godwin comes back, I think Ibuka is going to be their primary slot.
Does it ever happen that it wasn't his job? No.
Yeah.
So I ended up picking Matthew Golden, but I'll call an audible. I wrote another name down. It's Tyler Warren. I think there's a world where Tyler Warren ends up winning this award. Same thing could go for the other rookie tight end, too. Colston Loveland could shock the world and do this, too. But I think Tyler Warren's going to end up with a whole lot of targets, be the leading force in that Colts offense. Not to mention, maybe the guy throws a couple touchdowns or so. He's an incredibly versatile piece. So I love Tyler Warren. I think he's a great prospect. And, I think there's a real shot he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year.
This could all be for nothing, though, because all Cam Ward has to do is be an average NFL quarterback, and he runs away with the award. So
Yeah.
There's a world where he steps in and he's a very good quarterback.
right,
Yeah.
100%. He just has to. He's an average NFL quarterback.
That's
from
pretty
day
funny,
one.
though. We
He
said 8
wins.
names, and none of them were Cam
I
Ward.
thought about it. I really thought about it, but I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, this is just boring. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just picking him because he's a quarterback.
Right.
Like, I want to see the other dudes win it." So.
Yeah.
He's going to
Not,
be.
it's
But,
not
like-
the sexy pick.
You're right,
No.
but like I mean, he's gonna finish top 3 probably in the voting for it. Like,
Yep.
definitely want to just give him his flowers quick. you know?
Jackson Dart's pretty high
I peeped that earlier, yeah.
For what?
That's very strange.
for no reason.
All I know is if he starts by week 5 and sets the world on fire, there's a real shot that he could end up winning this award.
Is he
though.
not QB3?
No, he's QB2.
He's over Jameis. If Russell Wilson gets hurt, there's not a chance that in week 5, there's not a chance they put in Dart over Jameis Winston. There's not a chance.
No, there is a real chance.
Why would they do that?
Because
Why would they have brought in
Dart?
He's
But why
better
would they
odds
have
than
brought
Warren.
in Jameis
Bro,
Winston?
I don't think
to be
so. Here's the thing. I
QB3.
don't think anyone in the Giants building thought that Dart would be as pro ready as he is this soon.
The real ones knew.
We also didn't know that we were going to get them. We signed Jameson like fucking January or February.
We did sign Jameis
true,
before we
too.
ended up getting Dart. Well before then. So
Then you probably should have just cut Jameis then.
no,
They
why
might
would
want
you do
Tommy
that?
Cutlet.
What
Bro,
might
you
happen,
have him in the quarterback room as a vet to learn from.
and if someone, it's the NFL, quarterbacks are going to get hurt. Someone will give you some sort of pick for
Yes.
Jameis. And,
Exactly. That was a brilliant move, I thought, getting Jameis too.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great move, but yeah.
All right,
So
let's fly through these awards. We're gonna talk about Jackson Dart. He's not winning. What's next?
hey,
He's not winning anything.
he could win it. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
My pick for Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to be none other than the homer pick of Abdul Carter. He is an athletic freak on one of the best defensive lines in football, maybe the best. When you got Brian Burns on the opposite side of you got Dexter Lawrence on the defensive line, that makes your job a hell of a lot easier. And I said it a couple weeks ago, he comes into this team because of that. He doesn't have to be the best pass rusher on the team when, usually a guy picked this high is the best defensive player on his team. He might not even be the second best defensive player on this team, but he's going to put up he's going to put up numbers. He's going to get some sacks.
You wanted to
like-
make a take there.
what?
You were going to say something crazy.
No, I wasn't going to say something crazy. If I was going to say
He's
something
going to
crazy,
lead the
I would-
league in sacks.
I would have just said it. Maybe we'll see. But he was the 3rd overall pick for a reason. He's being compared to Micah Parsons, who won the defensive rookie of the year in 2021. And I think Abdul Carter is my runaway pick.
You think he clean sweeps here?
Yep.
No,
yeah.
I gave
have
away
Abdul
my
Carter.
pick yesterday. I think a lot of us said who we were picking for Defensive Rookie of the Year on the stream yesterday, but I don't think it's going to be Abdul Carter as the Giant fan here. I think it's going to be Jahad Campbell. I really do. I think there's a great situation there for him to step in Philly and lead. He could be up there in the league lead for tackles, and I think they're just a great organization that picks the right guys. I think he's going to be used in a bunch of different ways. I think Jahad Campbell was one of the steals of the draft, and I think he wins Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I'm surprised that we all picked Abdul Carter and you didn't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty easy. I mean, out of all these guys and the guys that are the favorites for the awards, he was the most favorited for any of these awards. Like, he's the clear pick here.
I also think he's an actual NFL player. And all these guys are like, I know he's.
What the fuck does that mean?
Can you let me explain?
I know where, yeah, I
Can
see
you
where
let
he's
me
going with that.
explain? I think he's the most NFL ready rookie defensive player in a few years. I think he is a grown man, and these guys are going to be playing like rookies where there's going to be a learning curve.
Yeah, maybe
I
since
think
Micah,
Abdul
yeah.
Carter's already going to be an elite defensive lineman.
I think I just don't agree with the NFL ready statement as an Abdul Carter fan too, but I think
Okay.
there's a lot that he's only in year 2 of being a full-time edge rusher. So like he's
And
really
he's shown you
not-
nothing but being elite.
No, I'm with you. I
You
think he's
the
a
most NFL ready defensive player since when? Like, what's the take there?
Maybe like a Hutch.
that's just wrong. I'm sorry, but that's just wrong. Will Anderson was more NFL ready when he stepped into the
100%.
NFL.
Jared Verse.
Jared Verse was more NFL ready. When he
We'll
stepped
see
into
this
the
year with
NFL.
Abdul Carter.
We will see.
Okay.
My dark horse pick I talked about a few weeks ago, James Pierce, plus 1,700. Thing that I was, doing some research on Mr. Pierce. Last year he had 55 pressures, which was 8th in the FBS, and he had a 23% pass rush win rate, which ranked 9th. For reference, the mentioned before, Abdul Carter ranked 8th at a 23.1. So they were pretty neck and neck. Had 17.5 sacks over his last 2 college years. I think he's a special player with super long arms, super fast dude. As he, hopefully grows into his frame this year with a summer of being in the NFL weight room, put on a little bit of muscle, be better in terms of the power department. And I've mentioned this, for weeks now. This is a team that needs him to be good. The Falcons were second to last in PFF's pressure grade as a team at 59, so they need him to be good. I think he can be good. Plus 1,700, why not? Dark horse pick.
I'm with you.
My dark horse pick is going to be Mason Graham. The Browns were okay with trading off of Travis Hunter to go get Mason Graham, a elite interior defensive line prospect. Again, got Myles Garrett on the other side. It's going to make your life easier. He can stop the run. Might be able to get to the quarterback a little bit. So I think I love Mason Graham, the player.
I like
think-
Mason Graham too. It's tough with him though because from that position, being an
Right.
interior defensive lineman, he's not going to put up the
Probably
stats
not,
that
yeah.
dudes are going to fall in love with. You know what I mean? Like, he might have the most impact as a rookie, but he's not going to have the stats.
Kinda what I'm
to
banking
win
on,
the
yeah.
award.
How often do you see the guy that's the 5th overall pick not even be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like top 5?
When he's an interior defensive
I
lineman.
guess so, yeah.
Yeah, he's just not gonna for award purposes.
The guys that are above him are
Damn. Sorry.
Edges and Travis Hunter.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah.
There you go. I mean,
What is, like, what are the what odds do you think it is that, what odds do you have that Travis Hunter wins defensive rookie of the year? I couldn't
fucking stroke.
I couldn't get the I couldn't say what I wanted to say, you know what I mean?
To me, it's none.
I don't think he
honestly.
wins defensive rookie
I
of the
just
year.
don't
either.
think. I know a lot of people are saying like, "Yo, but if he does X, Y, and Z as a receiver and just has like 2 interceptions, he's gonna win both because they're gonna try and push that narrative." Which I get. People are gonna try and
They
push
will.
that.
Yeah,
narrative.
That's
100%.
exactly what I was going to say. If he
100%.
successfully plays both sides of the ball, successfully meaning like makes it through a full season, plays about 50 to 60% of snaps on both sides,
But that's just not gonna happen though.
but we don't know that.
I just don't.
We just don't. I
No,
think
I guess we
they
don't
spent a
know
second overall
anything,
pick
but-
plus another first. I think they did it for a reason. If he successfully gets through the season healthy, I think there's a chance he just wins both awards, and we all look stupid. And the NFL probably looks a little silly too for giving him both awards. But I think there's a world where that happens.
But if
There is the narrative.
he wins both those awards, right? Wouldn't that just make him the MVP?
no, because it's
No,
rookies.
It's rookies.
If they had a most valuable rookie, sure.
No, but if he's the most impactful rookie on the offensive side of the ball and the most impactful rookie on the defensive side of the ball, it's pretty damn valuable to me.
So
here's
I
the thing,
think
if he's
later, I think in his like third, fourth year, he could have a chance to be MVP if he keeps. I don't know. I listen. I don't know how it's going to shape up in the NFL. We have a week to see what it's going to look like.
Imagine we see
have
a guy
no
win
idea.
MVP and defensive player of the year. That'd
And
be some
off-
shit,
and offensive
bro.
player of the
and
year.
offensive player of the year, bro.
But like,
Nah, I
there's a world where he could win none of those awards and be MVP in a couple of years. just from his value on both sides of the ball.
50 to 60% of snaps, I don't think on both sides of the ball. I just don't think it gets it done.
What if it's like 70 on offense, 30 on defense?
I don't know.
I just don't
And
think
he's just Shohei Ohtani.
that percent of snaps on defense is going to be enough to like have the overall defensive impact.
Yeah, that's what I'm
needed to
saying.
win the
Right.
award. Like, it's a cool story, and if he wins the award just off a cool story, then the voting with the award is flawed.
Yes,
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah.
but that just might be the case. The voting of the award might just be flawed.
The odds are really high.
So,
Do you think it's
Really
just hype?
high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think all summer long, like, they're focusing on him playing offense. Like, they're not, he's gotten his reps on the defensive side of the ball, but
As an owner, I hope he just mostly plays offense. But
yeah, I don't know.
I'm with you. I know you said this in the Sharps. I think he's a better receiver than he is a corner. So I think it just, talent wins out. I think he ends up playing much more offense.
I
Than
think
defense.
they think that too,
Yeah.
based on
I agree.
what's gone on this summer.
I've seen the flip argument where he has been working on offense because he's worse on offense, and they want to target that as his development.
He's more ready on
That's a
defense.
silly way to
Yeah.
go.
I agree. I hope
I
it's
don't
I hope it's
believe
the other
that.
way around, but I've seen that argument.
Yeah.
that's just
I
so
think you could also just like, I don't know. I'm not a schematic guru or anything, but I think you could just like throw him in the red zone and say, just shadow this guy. You know what I mean? Like rather than just throw him on the field on offense. And I guess you could just tell him to run a route, but still, I don't know.
Or you just
I
put
think
him
it's
on,
easier to
put
plug
him
him
on
in spots
passing
on
downs.
defense earlier.
Put him on 3rd and long. Put him in on,
Right.
I think it's easier to plug him in on offense.
You think so?
personally. Yeah, because I think
throw him in
there's
the
so
slot,
much.
gadget.
There's just I know like
That's fair,
you could simply say like, oh, go man up against that guy, but there's like I don't know, there's so many more intricacies on the defensive side of the ball that you need to worry about, I think. That
Yeah, corner's the harder position to play, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah,
but I feel like not really in the secondary. Like, I feel like his role is going to be, his specific role is going to be either you're manned up on a guy, you're playing inside, outside leverage, whatever the case may be, which he knows already how to do that, or he's probably in a deep third, or he's in a flat.
yeah,
Like,
I
it-
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's going to do one of three things, I think, on the defensive side of the ball. More on offense, it's, all this stuff with the timing, especially in a Liam Cohen offense,
Right.
timing, motion, yada, 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 yada.
Which
Like,
has
it's
been the
definitely-
motion man.
Right. Right.
I
so
guess.
think-
I don't know. It's a
I mean, nothing's easy to plug and play
No.
at
No,
the
no
NFL
shot.
level.
No shot.
Like, you
Yeah,
need to
of
get your
course.
reps in at every side of it. But I think in terms of, like, timing and all that stuff, you need it more on the offensive side of the ball than you do
I
defensively.
mean, we've already rarely seen a guy fully play full-time both sides in college successfully, and he did it successfully.
He did.
He's already done something we've never seen. Like, obviously the NFL is a new level, but who's to say a generational athlete can't do it?
Can't rule it out.
to put it respectfully, he played in a shit conference though. Like,
I agree.
but I mean,
There's no argument against that. There's nothing you could go back and change about
I
that.
just
I agree
don't
that you can't rule it out. Like it's
100%.
what he's done
We've
to
s-
this point in his career.
I mean, is you going to use that argument for everything? Anybody out of the Big 12 is just
not good.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's not
Baker
that.
Mayfield,
It's,
it's good. He came out of the Big
Pretty damn
12.
good. Yeah.
it's
Pat
just,
Mahomes came out of the Big
Mahomes
12.
pretty damn
the
good.
best quarterback in the league.
I mean, the Big 12 is also known for
CeeDee
not
Lamb
having
came
good
out of the Big
defense.
12.
We're talking about great offensive players, right? Defense in Big 12 is not good. It's not.
Good thing he played both sides.
I just think that there's just a different level of physicality in the NFL that I don't care what conference you are in, not even the SEC is able to match that.
Moving on to the comeback player of the year, I went with Christian McCaffrey at plus 300 odds. Very simple. He missed essentially the entire year last year. If he plays the year, he will be great. And I had ChatGPT, like, I put my notes, and then I said, ChatGPT, like, format these notes, make them look nice. And ChatGPT made my notes say specifically, personal note, need him to caps lock pop for Dynasty team. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the year. We don't got to,
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm also gonna go with Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
All right, bro.
Come on.
Actually,
No, actually.
There is a world where he could win it for sure.
So I have him because I could see him Come on, bro.
Daniel Jones, you know what he's gonna?
I could see him willing the Colts to the playoffs.
Oh,
He's gonna win the comeback to the bench award
There's the hot
for being
take, brother.
ass.
There's
Come
the hot take.
on.
Come back to the bench, Danny.
I think, yeah, that's part of my hot takes. But I have Daniel Jones winning comeback player of the year.
Nice.
Wow.
Coach of the year. I think you guys knew this was coming. I went with Raheem Morris at plus 1,800. I've said I think the Falcons are going to win the division. It's very simple. The entire NFL world expects the Buccaneers to win that division. If the Falcons go on to win that division, Raheem Morris is the coach of the year. Signed, sealed, delivered. That's it.
Who you got?
I have Mike Vrabel. I think they're going to take the biggest leap in the NFL this year.
If you guys
Going
didn't
hand in
pick
hand.
Mike Vrabel, I was gonna kick both of you in the face.
No, yeah. We made that take on the Patriots video. I have Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel as well.
I'm going with Liam Cohen. I think Trevor's gonna have a career year. I think that offense is really gonna be special under Liam Cohen. And I think it's funny though. I said it before that Andy Reid is dead last in the odds, which is pretty funny.
He'll never win one.
No, he'll never win it because that's just not how the award works.
Why?
You got to surprise.
Look at the names at the top. Like it's not the consensus 5 best coaches in football.
Aaron Glenn's
You
up
know what I
there.
mean?
Sick.
Yeah, so the whole thing is like you need to be a surprise team.
Oh,
that
so like
overperforms
Sirianni,
expectations.
Harbaugh,
KOC last
McDermott,
year,
they're all on the
Stefanski.
They're
bottom.
not going to
couple years ago.
overperform
Right.
expectations because expectations for them are already through the roof.
Because that's
So
what I
it's
was
like-
looking at. I was like, man, if I'm a bet, like I should just pick Andy Reid or Jim Harbaugh or one of those guys. But yeah, no, I'm going with Liam Cohen though. I believe in him.
Those are our NFL awards. Now we're going to move on to the spicy stuff, our 2025 NFL hot takes. I'm going to get this thing kicked off. The Detroit Lions, the 1 seed in the NFC last year, misses the playoffs. I just think there's too much roster turnover, too much coaching turnover. I think Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn were the engine of this unit, and I think without those guys, Detroit takes a step back. Jared Goff, coming off 2 great seasons, snaps back into reality, takes a step back, and the Detroit Lions in that tough NFC North with a gauntlet of a schedule, having to play the Packers twice, the Vikings twice, the new and improved Chicago Bears twice. I think the Detroit Lions miss the NFL playoffs.
Wow.
Starting off hot.
Yeah. How much roster turnover did they really have?
Not
other than
that much.
Ragnow? Okay.
They really didn't have
Okay.
that.
Really,
much.
just coaching turnover was pretty significant. Major, actually.
It's huge.
the biggest.
We talked about that yesterday on the live stream.
Completely gutted.
Yeah.
Completely gutted.
And it's not, again, I said, it's not just you lost all your coach. You lost the 2 guys that are the best at their jobs. Like,
Then not only that,
You know.
who are they grabbing from?
Right.
They're grabbing from your fucking team too to get their
And then they
assist.
got their
So-
guys
Right.
that made them so good. So
Yes.
it's like, yeah.
Basically, an
Aaron Glenn's staff is-
entirely new coaching staff other than Dan
Yes.
Campbell.
Right.
So,
So is it like everything you've seen from this team, you not throw out, but like, how
not that I'm
much do you?
throwing it out?
Right.
But I just think reality. I mean, we spoke about this a lot last year. Like they had their window, and I think the window's coming to an end, man. I think we knew Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn were going to be out the door, and I mean, I look at the 2023 Eagles to when they lost their coordinators and the hit that they took. I see something similar happening here, and the Eagles still snuck into the playoffs in 2023, but I see something similar happening here. I see a ton of regression. I see a ton of regression coming from Jared Goff, and I think they missed the playoffs. And the NFC is tougher than it was in years past, man. It's catching up a little bit, so.
Very difficult. Yeah.
So, are we just going on to the next hot take?
This is
No.
something.
So, my first hot take is going to be a homer pick. The Jets make their first playoff appearance in 14 years. Aaron Glenn revitalizes the franchise, and Justin Fields takes that next leap and takes the Jets to the playoffs.
I'm calling
Absolutely
you out.
fucking
That's
not.
I'm calling you out.
Crazy because you could not feel this
Right.
way in the
That's
AFC.
what I was
Right.
going to say. I'm calling you out.
I'm not allowed to feel spicier during the hot takes.
Well, you got to believe your hot
You
take.
believe in it, bro. Do you believe in it? I believe the Detroit Lions are missing the playoffs.
I believe there's a world where the Jets could
Is
sneak
this the
into a
world?
wild
Right,
card.
Is
is it
this
this
the
world?
world?
That's what I was saying when we were coming in here. It's like it's hard to for me. It's hard to find things that there's a lot of things that I could see happening, but what do I actually believe is going to happen?
We're predicting these things.
If
Like,
you
we're-
had a little pew pew to your head,
Ooh.
would you? And you had to make. And you had to make a
You have my
decision.
pee-pee next to your head.
I'm sucking
Ooh.
And it's either you make
Oh damn.
God, that is crazy.
Whoa, what did
God damn, that shit's so
did that
small.
get?
Oh man.
Calling you
might-
out, man, because we're
this
not
might-
just coming here just to
This
say
might
shit, just
this
to
might
say shit.
bite me. No. I think yes. I think the Jets make the playoffs.
You're gonna
I think-
fucking die.
I do. I think they do need to make a move at receiver for this to come to fruition, but their schedule's really not that bad. I could see the Jets winning 9 games and
That ain't
making
getting
the
in the
wild
playoffs,
card.
bro.
Why not?
I hate that's
AFC?
not making the playoffs.
Didn't the
It's
Bengals
not.
win 9 last year?
It could sneak in. The 9 wins
Depending
is like
on how.
on the cusp.
Yeah.
I think they can make it in as a 7th seed. They're not winning the division. I know that.
Right.
I think their division's pretty up in the air too. I think the Patriots, I know I'm calling them to make that leap, but I think it's still pretty up in the air. I think the Dolphins are pretty bad. Yeah, I could see the Jets sneaking into their first playoff appearance in 14 years.
Just humor me. What's the leap that Justin Fields takes? Like what numbers are those around? I'm just curious.
What do you mean numbers?
Like what's
Passing
predicted
yards, you know.
statistical
Yeah.
like production this season?
I could see him hitting a little under 3,000 passing yards,
That
maybe
ain't-
20-something touchdowns, but plus his rushing ability. I think he could rush for 700-800 yards. He's rushed for 1,000 in a season before. It's not out of the possibility. Rush for another 10, 25 passing touchdowns. It's not undoable for Justin Fields on the back of a top 10 defense, which is possible. They have a top 5 corner. They have a top 5 defensive lineman in Quinnen Williams. It's definitely possible. They're edge rushers. They get Jermaine Johnson back. Will McDonald comes off of a 10-sack season.
Ronald McDonald.
They have 2 elite linebackers in Quincy Williams and Jamien Sherwood. Really good defense. And I do like their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes.
It's just not happening.
Okay.
Respect it, though.
All right.
There's like
It's the homer pick. I have other hot takes.
You
but
should put money
I
on
wanted
that.
to. I wanted to get that one. I would definitely
like
put money.
on.
I would
'cause
put.
their odds are probably great.
I would put money on the Jets making the playoffs. Sure.
Yeah, that's
Historically, doesn't work out for people.
what you
but-
call a donation. Some good charity work, Dean. All right, I'm gonna start this off. My first hot take. Which one do I want to go with? You know what? I'll go off the back of that. I'm going to stick in the AFC East. I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. You guys all knew this was coming. I said this in the AFC East video. 11 wins. And not just that, the Patriots win a playoff game this season. Mike Vrabel's changing the entire culture. I'm a big-time believer in the New England Patriots. None of the captains from last year are still in the building. I feel strongly about the Patriots, and I believe they win a playoff game this year. Drake May's
No.
taking that leap.
No, again. It's just that's just so much positive progression to bank on. Like they had a great offseason. I love their offseason, but it's like you said in the AFC East video, like it's because they were so goddamn horrible last year that they're
I just can't believe
mean,
how
like-
out you guys are on the Patriots.
Not
11
out
games
on
and a
the
playoff
Patriots.
win. It's not out on the
Out on the
Patriots.
Patriots.
You're like
It's
disgusted
out on
by the
sanity.
take. I don't think it's the most disgusting
pretty
thing.
disgusted.
If
11
they had
games
this,
and a playoff
if they
win?
had this roster overhaul and they still had Gerard Mayo as the head coach, I would completely agree with you guys. I'd be out on the Patriots. I don't think that's not even a question for me. I am a full believer in the fact that Mike Vrabel is one of the 5 best head coaches in the NFL and changes an entire culture. Entire culture. I think Vrabel has always maximized rosters that had no business being as good as they were and just made them great.
Who are the 5 best head coaches in the NFL that he's a top 5 coach?
Reed, Tomlin,
Harbaugh.
McVay.
McVay, McDermott,
No.
Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
I think Vrabel's better than Campbell.
Probably
I
not.
just don't.
Probably not.
Yeah. LaFleur.
Dan
Florida,
Quinn.
That's what I was gonna say.
I like Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn's not better than Mike Vrabel.
No, you could have that one.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's top 5. I'd go in no order.
Shanahan.
Reed,
Sean Payton.
Reed, Campbell, Harbaugh is in there for me. McVay, LaFleur are probably
Which
my
Harbaugh?
5. Jim, the one that coaches the Chargers.
Okay. Oof. I don't know. I think Vrabel is a top 5 head coach.
I think you can be in on the Patriots and say they're not going to win 11 games.
Yeah.
We had
Say
a-
they're not going to make the playoffs. Like, you
I
know what I
fuck
mean?
with the
Like,
Patriots.
yeah,
I
I
fuck
like
with
the
Drake May.
Patriots. I do.
No. I know you can do all those things. You could say you could like the Patriots and not think they're going to make the playoffs and win a playoff game, but I like the Patriots and think they're going to the playoffs and think they're going to win a playoff.
And a playoff game for the Patriots, too, is a road playoff game. 'Cause they're not
Against-
winning the division.
Against
They're,
Kansas City or Baltimore.
No,
Or who
they're
would
going to
they
be the
play?
5 seed.
Okay. So they play the lowest
the
division winner.
Texans,
Yeah.
Yes.
They
Okay.
could definitely beat the Texans.
I guess. I mean, if they win 11 games, then yeah, they can beat the Texans. 100%.
North
If they win 11 games, like, yeah, they can
AFC.
win a
You beat
playoff.
just about anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whoever
Yeah.
comes out of the AFC South. It's that simple.
Sure.
Yeah, and they would, in my opinion, they'd beat them. So
That's just a tall task, man. That's
That's why it's a hot take.
yeah. I guess. Yeah. All right.
I don't agree with his. I think his is clinically insane, but guess what? He's allowed to have that.
No, yeah,
opinion,
it's totally
so it is
fair.
what it is.
No, we're all entitled to opinions. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not entitled
Thanks,
to
bro.
an
I
opinion,
appreciate you.
100%. That's a special.
So one of my takes is, I think you guys will like this one, but Caleb Williams will be the Bears' first 4,000-yard passer and show everyone why he was the number 1 pick. Started off calm. It's not too hot, but there's a lot of Caleb doubters out there. He's still that guy, all right? Like we said, this was one of the best quarterback prospects we've ever seen. He was picked number 1 for a reason. Got Ben Johnson, got all these shiny new toys on offense. I think he'll be great this year.
I'd actually be pretty surprised if he doesn't get to 4,000 yards this year.
The back end was more like, he'll show us why he was the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm expecting
The leap.
if he doesn't take 4,000 yards, if he
I
doesn't get
agree-
4,000,
I
like,
agree with you.
it's a big
Caleb's
problem.
my guy, bro.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. My second hot take, trying to think of which one I want to do here. I think you guys will like this one. We talked about him before potentially winning Offensive Player of the Year, CD Lamb, and there's a reason why he isn't in the top 5 odds. It's because the touchdowns aren't going to be there for him. Because his teammate, George Pickens, is going to lead the NFL in receiving touchdowns this year.
Wow.
He's a guy who's struggled to get the receiving touchdowns in his career so far. I think the good old-fashioned positive regression comes his way playing with a competent quarterback for the first time in his NFL career. Dak's going to love him down there in the red zone. You know George Pickens is a deep threat. I think the touchdowns come, and he leads the league in receiving touchdowns.
So that actually goes, I'm not going to use this as one of my hot takes, but it goes hand in hand with what I was going to say. I said CD leads the league in 2 out of the 3 receiving categories. The one that I left open was touchdowns. So, yeah, I think that's a great one.
I've
think
been
George
like
Pickens-
it.
all over George Pickens on the Cowboys all offseason. So, yeah, I like it. I mean, he's a perfect red zone guy. And
Theoretically.
and I feel like the Cowboys for years have had like a go-to red zone guy, whether it was Dalton Schultz or
Brandon Cook.
Brandon
Brandon
Cooks.
Cook scored 10 touchdowns in this offense. So yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah.
My second hot take, I'm going to come in with McDaniels fired mid-season and the Dolphins finished last in the division. The Dolphins, I think, are going to be really, really bad. And I think after the season they clean house. That's my hot take.
Someone's getting a good offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Say
He's
that.
going to be a great OC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
I agree.
OC.
I just don't think he's a head coach in the NFL.
not.
He's
Completely
really
agree.
funny. That's about it. He runs a good offense, and that's about it.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% in agreement with that one as well.
Yeah.
I think that one's a good one, and that's a gimme. All right. You got a homer pick in. I'm going to get a homer pick in.
Here we go.
The New York Giants finished second in the NFC East this year. Yes, that's a hot take. I don't think they win the division because the Philadelphia Eagles are going to steamroll everybody. But the New York Giants finished with a better record than the Commanders and the Cowboys and finished second in the NFC East.
100 beans.
No, why would I do that when I could do that on FanDuel?
you fucking serious right now?
Yeah.
I'll put 100 beans in the over/under. Come on, bro. Why are you scared to bet against the? You keep freaking shit talking the Commanders.
Did you? Let me ask you something. Did you see the Sharps group chat a couple days ago?
I saw, but this isn't the Sharps group chat. This is the fucking podcast. They want to see us make bets.
Explain something to me though. Why would I put money on something straight up when
That's
I
it.
could put
You know
money
what?
on something?
I'm canceling our Giants over/under bet. We never actually shook hands. We did a air shake.
What?
So I'm canceling it. Our hands never touched. I'm canceling it. Sorry, bro.
What?
Canceling it.
But that's straight up odds on FanDuel too.
And I'm straight up canceling it.
Well, that's fucked up.
Sorry,
That's
bro.
just like
Come on, bro. That's not fair. You
disrespectful.
get your bet. Why
That's
can't you make a bet with me that I want to make, bro?
why the fuck would I bet
Because you
something?
believe in it. You believe in it.
That isn't fair.
You could also
It's not
still
fair.
bet it on.
What the fuck are you
Yo,
talking about?
But if you believe in it that much, you could bet it on FanDuel too.
Okay,
and bet
I'm
it
not.
with me.
First of all, I'm not getting gaslit into doing something that's absolutely fucking
You
stupid.
gaslit me into taking the
You
Giants
just made the
under.
take.
Bro, why would I bet something at 1-to-1 odds when I don't have to do that and I could get better odds?
You could still.
That's a waste
do that,
of
but
money.
it's
That is
for
a
the
dumb money
podcast. It's
decision.
for,
For
the content.
entertainment, yeah.
It's for the. You want to hit 20K
No.
subscribers
Nope.
by the time
Don't
the
give a
football
fuck.
starts.
Don't
These
give
are
a
the
fuck.
things you have to do.
I
You
would
wanna
use that. I don't
20K
give a
by the
shit.
time
Nope,
football
don't care.
starts.
Fuck
You
that.
folded,
Fuck
bro.
that.
You
That's
can't-
not folding.
We always do
that's
two
not,
bets.
That's you gaslighting
We've
me
done
right
two
now.
bets
You're
for the
literally
past 2
gaslighting
years.
me.
Now it's only one bet. The Giants over.
You're literally gaslighting me.
Wow,
I
it's no
don't
bets.
understand why the
You
fuck I
took
would
the
ever do
Commanders
that.
under two.
That-
That's a 1-to-one
whatever
bet, and
money,
you wouldn't bet
whatever
that.
money
Right?
I
Got him.
whatever
You
money
didn't do
time
the
out, but this is
Commanders over
completely
under?
different. This is completely different.
No.
Whatever money I would put on this, why would I not take that money and put it on FanDuel where the odds are clearly in my favor?
We have a podcast, and we're trying to hit 20K by the time.
No, that's
football
cute.
starts.
That's adorable. If you want to
That's
give me
cute.
the
You don't care about the ball sacks.
if you want to give me you don't care about the ball sacks.
ball sacks.
That my thing, if you want to give me the odds that
Ball
currently
sacks, he's
listed-
really scratching you right now, guys. he's really scratching you right now.
AJ is not taking care of you. He's not manscaping.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? I think every single one of them would say the exact same thing in my position, and I know they will.
They want us to make that bet.
They don't
You know
want
our
me
ball
to make
sacks?
a bad decision. They don't want me to
What
make
if
a
you?
bad
all
money
right,
move.
all right. Here. What if you?
If he gives me the odds on FanDuel, I'll do it right now.
Why would I give you the odds on FanDuel? I'm
'Cause
not a
why
fucking
would I
sports
waste
expert.
my
I'm a
money
human
like
being.
that?
I'm
Why
not
would
a
I
fucking
waste my money like that? That
Here's the
doesn't make any
compromise.
fucking sense.
Bro,
Here's the
what's the
compromise.
odds?
Don't put money on it. Just say like he has to do something if you win, and you have to do something if he wins. You know what I
Again,
mean?
why would I do that?
For the sake
No.
of the
Oh
content.
my gosh.
Whatever, bro. Make your hot.
You're
What do you wanna
freaking
do?
prude,
Fine,
What do you
the
wanna
bro.
do?
Giants
Let's
bet
do
will
it.
be
Such a
back
prude.
on. I'm done,
That's who you
bro.
are.
I'm done making bets with you, bro.
But you believe in the over/under, correct?
Of what?
You're actually gonna make more money if we bet the Giants over/under than if you were to go on FanDuel.
Yo,
and do
the
it.
thing is though,
By
I'm
the
not
way.
thinking about FanDuel when we do these. I'm thinking about the fucking
I'm thinking
sacks.
about my fucking pockets because that's what matters.
Right, that's all you care about. You guys hear that? That's all he fucking cares about.
He's in it for
will
the
sell
money.
you out for money.
He just wants
That's all he
views.
fucking cares about. Whatever, bro.
I'm just.
No, you showed
not
your
doing
true
it.
colors today.
You
Yeah, I
did
did.
show your true colors
I'm
today.
fake, bro. I'm fake.
You showed your
because
true
I don't
colors.
want
You
to
showed your
waste
true ball sack.
I don't want to.
You want me to do that? No, bro.
No. Ew.
I don't want to waste. Who does that?
I don't know. Who the heck would do
bro.
that?
Ew.
To our audience? To our ball
Ew.
sacks? You're going to show your ball sack to our ball
That's how
sack?
dedicated I am.
No,
to them.
I can't believe you folded, bro. I'm
not folding on anything.
bro.
It's not folding.
You used to
it's
be
smart.
a guy who loved betting. Loved it.
Now he bets only to win.
Only on FanDuel. Whatever, bro. I remember
Only makes smart bets.
back in my day, there was no FanDuel.
What?
Back in my day, there was no
What is back in your day?
at the
Yeah.
lunch table. We just made bets at the lunch table. Then FanDuel became legalized, and that's all you care about. Is
So if-
FanDuel this, FanDuel that.
If I can make 5 times my money on something, 6 times, 7
but why
times,
can't
maybe
you just
8,
do
10.
both? Why can't you just do both?
Because that's the dumbest thing ever when I could take the money that I would put here and put it on that.
But if you believe in it, this is the easiest money you'll ever make.
Bro, that is the dumbest.
But that's why I said, then why
decision-
not just not do
But-
money?
Okay, so let me just ask you a question that's like really simple, right? Would you rather make more money or less money?
Brother, but it's
wait.
not
No,
about that.
No,
It's not
answer
about
my
that.
question. It's a yes
Obviously,
or a
I'd
no.
rather make more money.
There we
but
go.
You can make
Done.
more money on FanDuel and make more subscribers to the Ball Game podcast community.
They are not gonna fucking subscribe based upon this bet that we make
They
right
might
here.
ask them right now.
They're sitting there
trying.
they're sitting there like
They're sitting there
thinking-
wondering why they're
the
being called ball
comments are
sacks.
coming
but-
like, yo, Matt Sullivan folded. Matt Sullivan changed. He used to be a guy who
No,
loved to
it's
bet
a
with
good
Chris.
thing.
Now
it's
he
a good
changed.
thing that I really care.
Right,
about
you don't
them
care about
shitting
the
on
ball
me.
game
That's what I'm
bets.
saying. You don't
Them
care
shitting
about
on
them.
me. That's really
Right,
what I
you don't
care
about them.
No, I
They're
value
saying-
their opinions,
they
but I don't
say-
value their
They
opinions if they're going to be negative.
Friday.
So what? The Giants finish with a better record.
Wait, so you only
than
value the
Commanders.
opinions that you agree with?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's called
No, his-
it's called bias, brother.
They're
called like
seeing his true
fascism.
colors. And then they wonder why they call it the Chris podcast and not the Matt Sullivan podcast. Then they wonder that, right? Whatever, bro.
Nobody calls it the Tom or Dean podcast, though.
Nope. Trunks gets recognized for the podcast in public more than I do.
Whatever,
Isn't that
bro.
crazy?
That is crazy.
So
Start
what?
showing
The
love to
Giants are
Tom,
going to
bro.
finish with a better record than the Commanders.
Yes.
But you don't believe it enough to make a bet with your good
Not a
friend
straight
Chris.
bet with you. No, not doing that. That's just stupid.
My hot take doesn't exactly go hand in hand. I think the Dallas Cowboys will finish last in the NFC East. I really think this is a bad football team, man. You got Dak and CD and nothing else outside of that. You got some good players outside of that. I mean, George Pickens, like you mentioned, but this defense is atrocious, and I think the Giants are going to be better than expected, and I am not expecting good things from the Dallas Cowboys this year. They're going to get run all over, they're going to get thrown all over, and they're going to have to score 50 points to win a game. So,
Jerry Jones did find a way to extend Deron Bland.
He did.
A lot of money.
yeah.
A lot of money.
100 no.
Of course, bro.
They're not winning a game.
Not winning a
winning a
single
game.
game. Nick's hot take.
The Dallas Cowboys
Lord.
will not win a single game.
I respect how much of a homer Nick is.
Yes.
I really do. I respect it.
Yeah.
As a fellow delusional homer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Look through their schedule in the back of your mind. Keep in mind that they don't have Mike Parsons anymore. They're not winning a game.
They're winning a
they're
game.
I know a
Nick.
good win for them. Week
I knew it
2
was coming. I know
at
it's
home
coming.
against the New York Giants.
Money on that.
$100.
I'll do 50. I ran out of money. I bet.
I ran out
He
of
better
money.
all his money.
on the Giants already.
No, he makes a good point though. They're coming out of that bye week. Their schedule is pure hell. Like they legitimately
Oh, yeah.
could not win a game.
They are.
The whole
they're
NFC
not-
East schedule is crazy.
They're
Yeah.
gonna win games this
No,
season.
they'll win a game 100%. I don't agree with that, but
Yeah, they'll win a game.
I like it. They could.
A game.
They'll win
They'll be 1-16.
4 or 5.
I just think they'll win more games than the Giants off the fact of their
Right, that's
high-powered
the
offense.
disconnect.
Huh. I saw you cross one of your hot takes out over there, Dean Wagner.
What did I cross off?
There was something up there.
Yeah,
All right.
I did.
You ponder on that. My final 2025 NFL hot take. This is going to be a fantasy football related one. Throwing a little 2-for-1 action here. Bryce Young finishes as a top 14 fantasy quarterback, and Tedoroa McMillan finishes as a top 10 fantasy football wide receiver this year. Yep, throw up all you want.
I'm in
Wait.
agreement with you, actually.
I'm gonna jump in with my final hot take. The Carolina Panthers are going to the playoffs.
Yeah!
Dave Canales is an offensive guru. Ted McMillan is going to change life for the Panthers.
Talk.
They will get into the wild card. Derek Brown's back for the whole year.
Talk.
They will get into the playoffs.
Let's go.
I
So
don't
the only way they
understand
do
it.
it is if they win the division. They're not making a wild card spot. They're not.
Wait and see.
They're
wait
not.
and see.
Wait and see.
So you think Carolina's going to beat Dallas?
Yeah.
Then they're not winning a game.
Oh, okay.
Nah, yeah, I mean, it's simple for me. I know you feel very differently about this, but I believe what we saw from Bryce Young at the back half of last season was very, very real. I believe in Bryce Young. I always believed in Bryce Young, the prospect. It got rough there, the beginning of last season. It got scary. I was ready to give up. But then he, came out, took a few weeks on the bench. Andy Dalton got into a car accident, and it changed everything. Bryce Young came out. He was
Wow.
top 6 fantasy quarterback post week 12. I'm not asking you to be top 6, Bryce. I'm asking you to be top 14. I think that's very, very doable. I think Tedoroa McMillan's going to help him out in that regard, and I think they help each other.
No, I love
I think
Bryce
Andy
Young.
Dalton knew how to drive.
I love Bryce Young. That's not my issue with that take. My issue with that take is that defense might be 32nd in the NFL. Like just
Oh, I didn't predict them to make the playoffs. That's not me.
Yeah, I
no,
predicted them to
they're they might be the worst defense in the NFL. And like it's Tet and who right now.
Hunter Renfrow.
Tavion Sanders.
He got cut.
No, he got brought back.
Yeah.
got
Did he
brought
practice
back,
squad?
Chuba.
Jimmy Horn Jr.
Well, no, Renfro's going to play now because Coke's on IR.
True, he's their slot receiver.
Jimmy Horn's their slot receiver.
And then Coke's going to come
I
back
bet
and
they-
set the league on fire.
But they wish they kept
Tavion
Adam
Sanders. Get ready to learn
Cokeheads
his
are
name.
still alive, bro. We're still alive.
Offensive line was good down the stretch of last season.
Bro,
Chuba.
I just don't think. I think Tet's good and could be great. I just don't see it.
Well, they don't have enough on offense
Yes.
for Tet to be. Tet's going to be guarded by the best corner on the other team.
He has been his
And,
whole
It
life.
really ain't like that though. Most of the time in the NFL, it's
Yeah, you don't
really
get shadowed
like that
all the
anymore.
time. Yeah.
But he's going to be accounted
the
for.
most attention.
He's going to be game planned against.
Yeah,
100%. He
as a
has
rookie.
been his whole career. I know it's different.
But
at
it's
the
different
NFL.
in,
No, I know that, but
yeah.
he's a
I'm sure
top
every
10 NFL draft
I'm
pick.
sure
like
every NFL player has been schemed against in their whole careers ever.
No, I
But
understand that. I'm just saying though, like he's a top 10 pick. Like I think he personally and the Carolina Panthers know what they're walking into. Like he's gonna get the most attention on defense, and Dave Canales is gonna have to get creative and scheme ways to get him the ball, and also he's gonna have to go out there and just win, which I feel very confident predicting a top 10 NFL draft pick at wide receiver is capable of going out there and winning at the NFL level.
top 10 is crazy.
You don't feel confident that he could win at the NFL level?
Tedero McMillan?
Yes.
Not with Bryce Young throwing him the football.
You really don't believe in Bryce?
I've said that for months.
Yeah, he's been saying that.
I just don't.
We've seen a
believe
half a
in
season
Tet
of Bryce
playing
Young being
like that.
good. He was good. He was good back half of last year. I don't know. I need to see it for a full season, and I wouldn't put money on seeing that. I know he gets an upgrade at receiver, but outside of Tedero McMillan, there's really not much there.
I
Their
don't know,
top-
I just feel like over the past half decade, we've seen these young quarterbacks go out and get their guy, and it changed life for them.
We've
There's
seen
not much
that,
there, and they still traded away Adam Thielen.
but also
So,
just the build of Bryce Young is like really concerning. He's a really small
Bro, but
quarterback.
here's the thing: like he really did have the talent coming out to be the first overall.
right, he went
I know
number
he is
one
that
with
guy,
that
but
going
he
forward,
is
going
that-
against him. You know,
And
There
it's
is that talent.
Definitely
there.
a short sample, but like he was firmly a top 10 quarterback the back half of last year. Like firmly. Statistically, yeah.
top
Ish. Like if
12.
you want to say 12,
Yeah.
whatever it is, but
top half.
sure.
Yeah.
Fine.
I don't know.
I think that's sounding
I
a
don't
little
believe
bit
in the
short, but-
prospect Tet the way that you guys
don't
do.
believe in the prospect.
I think he's good. I think he's really good. I don't think he is what is being pushed by everybody.
He's not a Brian Thomas. He's not a Malik Neighbors.
I mean, BTJ wasn't BTJ until he
Right.
just set the league on fire upon stepping in. He is not on the level of Malik Neighbors,
No.
Marv.
No, I wouldn't
or,
say that.
Yeah, but he asked that, so that's why I'm saying
Not on the
that.
level of Marv.
I don't even think he is the level of prospect that Rome was last year, in my personal opinion. But
Oh, I think so.
I think he's a tier below Rome as a prospect.
Definitely not.
Personal.
I think they're in the same
think they're in the
tier.
same
If you
tier.
want to say
I would
Rome was a
agree.
better prospect, fine. But they're definitely the top 10 draft pick. Like
I would agree.
I don't know. I'm not in on
Yeah,
Tet the
me-
way you guys are, but yeah, that's the only that's
Rome
what
was
I
a top 10 draft pick too.
Teams reach on players. It's not like draft picks end all be all.
Tet really wasn't a guy that going in was like the mock draft. Not that matters. NFL in the end, makes the decisions. But like he was late teens, sometimes early 20s. Like
I don't know. Me and I know I'm not a fucking Mel Kiper, but my evaluation was he was always like the talent of a top 10. If Rome Odunze could be a top 10 draft pick, then Tet McMillan could be a
Stick
top 10
Rome.
draft
Yeah.
pick.
I like
if he
better.
fell out, maybe like 12, like sure, but like my statement would be he was a top 12 draft pick instead of he was a top 10 draft pick.
Yeah, I just think
My problem's not McMillan. My problem's with Bryce Young, but that's
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
I like Bryce a lot.
Yeah, speaking on Ted, I just think the filthy combination of size, speed, athleticism, and hands is just rare in a receiver. Like Rome doesn't have the physique that Ted does, even though Rome's
Significantly better route runner.
yeah, it's fun. Then that's why they're in the same tier of prospect in my opinion. But yeah, I mean,
I don't even know if I'd go as far as saying he's a significantly better route runner. Rome's a better route
Rome's
runner, but it's not like Rome's like some type of like savant in terms
Rome
of
can
running
route
routes.
up. Like,
I mean, Ted for his size is like always going to be a worse route
Yes.
runner than a
Right, he
guy
makes
like
up for the
Rome.
difference.
But
I mean,
like,
ideally, Ted is Mike Evans.
right.
right.
Yeah, ideally.
Ted's
100%.
Ted's a damn good route runner.
Or like a Drake London.
I think Ted's like closer to Drake London than he is to Mike Evans. Like Drake London and Ted are much more fluid than a guy
Yes.
like Mike Evans. Like Mike Evans, I'm not gonna say he's a bad route runner, but he's not really a particularly good route runner. Like Drake London and Ted, like you look at them and you say like, wow, like these guys really run routes like better than you think they would.
So,
I'm more on that side with that. Yeah.
do you think like Ted's going to be a top 10 NFL receiver? I know you said fantasy, but do you think
I
he's
don't know
going
if
to be a
he
top 10
steps
NFL?
in as in it and it's top 10 because
But like
there's so
your
many good-
projection of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think he could be a top 10 guy.
I think so too.
I
I
don't
also
do
look
this.
at the way, like, I trust Dave Canales. I know Dave Canales worked with Mike Evans already. I trust that Dave Canales is looking at Atlanta from last year and looking at how they use Drake London and saying, like, wow, we're going to do some of that. Because, I mean, Drake London was used all over the goddamn field. And I
just
think
Drake is just significantly better. That's just where I'm at.
I think Drake's
I
better.
mean, going into year
Yeah, I think Drake's better
Yeah,
going into
yeah.
his fourth year, like 100%. But I just think, like, I think in terms of prospect, they're very, very similar. And like I said, the season that Drake had last year, and not even the stats, but the utilization, like Dave Canales is looking at
Yeah.
that and trying to implement that into his offense.
Yeah.
And not just, he's looking at what Drew Petzing did with Marvin Harrison and said, let's not do that.
yes.
One would
I
hope.
agree with that. I'm with you on that. Okay, interesting. All right, Dean, what's your last hot take?
My last hot take goes hand in hand with my comeback player of the year. The Colts make the playoffs. This is it for the Colts. They have been on the verge of being a good team. The quarterback's been the problem for the last few years. If Daniel Jones is just average, they have enough weapons. They have Jonathan Taylor. Josh Downs is a great slot receiver. They drafted Tyler Warren in the top 15. They have Michael Pittman still. Like it's a good set of weapons on offense. Daniel Jones just has to be average. He has to be.
It's a tall task.
As someone who watched a whole lot of Daniel Jones.
So
It's a lot
Wait,
to ask
can I
for.
ask something
Go ahead,
before
jump
you
in,
go?
yeah.
Who's a better quarterback today, Bryce Young or Daniel Jones?
This
Bryce
shouldn't even-
Young.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a nasty
Where-
playoff picture that you had. Do they win the division or do they make a wild card?
They would have to win the division.
Okay.
where I'm at, and you can call this my fourth hot take. I think Steichen gets fired middle of the season because I think it's interesting that you think McDaniel's going to get fired and Steichen's
I actually
gonna
like
make playoffs.
Steichen.
Like I think
don't
he's in
mind
the
Steichen.
same-
I think
He's an
Steichen.
OC.
I think he's cut from the same cloth as McDaniel. He's an OC.
I think Steichen's big problem has been the quarterback. Like he's been stuck with stupid situations. I think Ballard has not done the best job for him in terms of getting him a quarterback.
I don't disagree with that, but I think the bigger problem is that he lost the locker room last year.
Yes,
And they
that's what I was about to
they
say.
all gave up on the season last year. Richardson quit mid-game. You had guys.
You don't think that's a Richardson problem?
No,
An
because-
immaturity?
Yeah,
No.
it is, but it's also a
Yes,
second problem.
because you have guys like Kenny Moore and their vets and all coming in saying that guys are showing up late to practices,
Yes.
late to film sessions, and things like that. Like there were culture problems all over the place with the Colts last year. That's why I say that about Steichen.
yeah.
That's a problem. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you. I think, like, you don't have to be the best culture guy, but you do have to establish a culture, or at least have a guy in your building that can establish the culture. And
Guys
it
gotta
just-
want to come to work every day.
Exactly. Like the fact that the vets are calling things out in the media is just a bad sign. That just cannot happen. Like they deserve to get ripped to shreds the way they did by the media after that, because it's just like there's too much in the same vein of the Dolphins, there's too much noise in the offseason right now. There's too much surrounding the team that
Is there as much as the Dolphins? I feel like there isn't.
No, not as much.
The thing about the Colts is they did have a good offseason because they brought in Charvarius Ward and whoever else they signed somebody else, I don't remember. And they drafted Tyler Warren, so they're definitely not as down bad as the Dolphins. But
They also lost 2 key pieces on their offensive line.
They also are
Yeah.
starting Daniel Jones. Like, that's obviously not good.
right, yeah, it's not ideal.
Well, you believe in them, so.
I do. No, in the grand scheme of football, better QBs to have gone after than Daniel Jones. But I think this is the best offense he's ever had. So if he's going to have a year 7 breakout, this will be it.
Would you feel better or worse if they went to go get Jameis Winston?
Worse.
Okay.
James, I mean,
Would you feel better? Oh, wait,
feel-
they had
I'd
Joe
feel
Flacco.
I think
Never mind.
if
I'd feel better.
Jameis Winston, yeah, but then they would have went out and gotten Jameis Winston if that was really
That's true. Yeah, that's
you
fair.
Well, Steichen must believe in Danny, but
So who
he
do you
might
think
be
is
the only
better,
guy.
the Colts or the Jets?
Wow, what a nasty.
That's
Two
a
playoff teams.
What a
Two
nasty
AFC
question.
playoff
I think the
teams.
Colts are better.
No. No.
What if Fields was on the Colts and Daniel Jones was on the Jets?
The Colts are still better. It's not. I think it's a supporting cast thing. I think, the Colts,
Jones is better than
I think the Colts. I think that's crazy.
What? What do you mean? How is that crazy? They're both fucking ass.
Both terrible.
They are both really bad. Yeah, but
I think the Jets clear. I think the Colts
I
are
don't think
ass.
you know
they
we say all this
clear.
about the Colts, and they do manage to win 8-9 games every year. So like,
It's also the thing. Like the Jets won 5 games with Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Yeah, but they fired Bob Saleh.
Justin
this
Fields is
season,
a 4 or 5 win difference.
Justin Fields was 4-2
Justin
and got
Fields
benched.
did win 4 games.
Yeah, he got
was
benched.
Fucking not good.
He
at
still got
football.
benched.
I mean,
And
he
they were
didn't
way
do
better
bad when he was
after
on the
he got
Steelers. He had a 10-1 touchdown to pick ratio.
Well, total touchdown, I guess. Yeah, but he
Not, I guess.
also
That's what it
threw
was.
like 22 pass attempts a game as a quarterback. That's eventually just gonna. That's not.
I think the Jets are better than the Colts.
I agree.
I agree.
And I think Jets fucking suck too, but you know, they just both suck. But I do actually want you to reference what you had up there and crossed out and didn't use as your 4th hot take. So.
No, I'm good. We can move on.
Come on.
Wow.
We already did this.
Give
We
the
did
ball,
this already.
Give the ball
Just
sacks
say
what
it,
they
just
want.
say
It was the Giants are on Arch Watch, meaning like they're just terrible.
I fuck with that, yo. The Giants are on Arch Watch is my final hot take.
That's fine because Arch is not going to be the number 1 pick.
No,
'Cause he
not if
fucking
that
sucks.
performance is any indication. Also, we have our guy. We have our guy. What'd you say before? Colin Coward likes to say,
Hey, Arch.
"Hey, Arch, you could leave. It's Jackson
We're
Dart's
good.
time
Good.
now. We're good." So, my final hot take. It's the least hot of all of my takes, and I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this one, but Brock Bowers finishes top 5 in every single receiving category statistically. So, top 5 in receptions, top 5 in receiving yards, and top 5 in touchdowns.
I drafted
There it is.
Brock in 2 of my redraft leagues, so I'm all in on that. I'm here for
What
that.
they say. Don't worry, Randy. We're good.
Brock's coming.
Brock's coming.
All right.
You have, oh wait,
No,
you gave it.
I'm good. Yeah, my last one was the Panthers making the playoffs.
All right, fellas, hit that intro for us for this last.
Oh, I get one finally.
I want
Yeah,
you to.
okay.
All right, fuck.
All right.
I fucked you up. I did. That was my fault.
That's what you just did.
Fuck you. Let's go.
These are our Super Bowl predictions for the 2025-2026 NFL season. And I've been thinking about this one a lot. Out of the AFC,
You haven't been thinking about it enough, clearly.
no, I have. That's the thing.
It's
and I'm
all
still,
we've been thinking about.
I'm still torn. I will say, out of the NFC, I think the Philadelphia Eagles go back to the Super Bowl. Out of the AFC, they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs in a rematch.
Cop out answer, Tom. Come on, rematch.
I know.
How often does that happen in the
So
NFL?
I had Baltimore, but then I picked Mahomes to win the MVP, and then I fell in love with Patrick Mahomes all over again.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
He does that to you.
I know. Yeah, he has that effect.
New
on me.
haircut too.
Yeah.
New haircut.
I'm sorry, it's a cop out, but
No, it's okay.
I like his new haircut.
I mean,
Looks
yeah,
good.
give your guys, and
Good.
then we'll
More
talk about it.
mature.
It is. I think I'm gonna cut my hair too.
You ever heard people like say the word mature, like mature? That's just not the correct.
Yeah, there's just
Never-
people who
I
like.
think I'm gonna cut my hair
Never
short
heard
too.
that.
Are you
I'm
actually?
gonna get
or
rid
no?
of the back, and I'm gonna do like a little bit shorter on the top and stop wearing hats. I feel like Pat Mahomes,
inspired you?
He's the gold standard of what I'm trying to be.
You should go just mustache, bro. I want to see what that looks like.
I would never, ever go mustache.
That's what you should have done.
I'm
Yeah.
beard till I
Giants,
die, bro.
or whatever the bet was before. He's got to go full. He's got to go only mustache.
Yeah, and then what does he
Wow.
have to do?
I don't know. You find something goofy for him. He's got to
Bald?
wear his goggles.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do bald. Let's both do bald. Yo,
No. No.
No, bald would be
I'm
insane.
not
Bald
doing
would be
that.
fire.
I'm not doing that.
bald would be fire. They
Basically,
would
bald
love
is
that.
crazy.
I'd do it.
Nope. Nope.
Full bald though. You can't have beard.
Well, no, that's not fair. That's not fair.
You wear fucking hats, bro.
No, you can't wear
I
hats.
don't
on the,
wear
yeah.
hats.
I
On
mean,
the
for
pod.
like the reveal,
I'm
I'd
not
have
going
to.
full bald,
What would I
bro.
do?
I'm not
Shave my head and then fucking put
Wear
a
a
hat on my
hat?
head for a bet we made on the podcast?
Like nothing
No.
changed?
Yeah, come on.
No. I'm not good. Nope.
My Super Bowl pick. It's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs representing the AFC. Obviously, I think we all learned the hard way to never bet against the Kansas City Chiefs, or I did, and I will never do that again. They will be facing up against the Washington Commanders. And the Chiefs win it, and Patrick Mahomes cements himself as a GOAT.
That's just disgusting.
That would be a fun game, man.
I don't want to do it. What? You keep going.
I was just going to say the present versus the future. Pat Mahomes versus Jaden Daniels. That's it.
I don't want to do it because you two both have picked them coming out of the AFC so far, but I have the Chiefs coming out of the AFC, and I have them beating the Green Bay Packers coming out of the NFC. I really, really like the Packers on both sides of the ball. They have to do it now. This has to be the time. Their cap situation, considering they're paying two players $100 million, is bleak. They got rid of 2 firsts. It has to be now for the Packers. I like LaFleur. Healthy Jordan Love, I think, could take them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so off the back of that, I do have my NFC representative being the Green Bay Packers. I said that if they went and got Micah Parsons, I think this is a legit Super Bowl contender, and I have them going to the Super Bowl and unfortunately losing to the Baltimore Ravens. I said, I want to say 5 months ago when we did our way too early Super Bowl 60 predictions, I said that the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson were finally going to get one. Lamar conquers all of his playoff demons and finally gets it done because this is, in my opinion, the best roster in all of football top to bottom, and I think this is the time that Lamar conquers everything, throws it all to the side, and the Baltimore Ravens finally not only get over the Kansas City Chief demon, but get over the Super Bowl and win the whole damn thing. So, yeah.
My pause on the Packers is just like, I think Jordan Love could go play the Eagles in the playoffs and go through absolute hell. I think he could get tormented by the Eagles defense.
I think you could say that about everybody. Patrick Mahomes got tormented.
Right, that's why they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I
for
put
sure.
the Eagles in the Super Bowl. But yeah,
It's
I
really
because
just-
I wanted to pick the Packers. That's where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
I just
No, there's absolutely a world where that happens, but I don't think the Eagles are going back to back. I just don't think
that's
they
fair.
will.
Yeah,
So
hard to repeat success.
exactly, super difficult, especially in the NFL. So
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, that was fun. It was a good episode, folks.
Oh yeah,
that was a long one.
yeah.
It was. What are we going up on?
2.5.
Jeez. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Last
Please be
chance. Giants versus Commanders. 100 beans.
not doing it
Bet on week 1.
again. Plus 250. Why would I do that?
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna put that $100
You
on
You actually
the
are the
change,
worst,
you
bro.
change.
You're the worst. Because
Whatever.
you actually just won't put your money where your mouth is at all.
No, I will.
No, I will,
You want to
because
see
I
my
would do it
fucking
on FanDuel.
FanDuel
I will
account?
show you my bets.
If it was proper odds, I would definitely do it. But
Oh, Papa, zero.
I don't.
Fuck you,
I don't do
bro.
word of mouth bets.
Mature.
Don't do it. If it's in his favor,
Fuck.
They're not acting mature.
No.
They're not.
you're the worst though.
Yeah, you suck.
You fucking suck. Put money on the Jets
They
going to the
know.
playoffs.
You suck.
$100.
No,
You suck.
you don't do any bets either. So
I actually
if
put
you
100.
do week 1 with Chris, I'll do that.
I
with
put
you.
100 on the. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, $100 on
There
the
you go.
Commanders Giants.
Week 1
Week
or
one.
the
Week one.
I want the win total.
Win
I
total.
want
You
the
do that win
total.
total. I'll
No.
do the playoffs.
No.
Okay.
No, he said the Commanders.
We already did
he said
that.
The Giants are gonna have a
Yeah, but
better
he
record
reneged.
than the Commanders.
No, he's not pulling it fucking back. You can't do that. We made a deal.
No, I pulled it back in.
All right.
I don't want them to look at me differently.
Yeah.
Clearly, he doesn't care about what they think.
See,
of
but
me,
here's the thing. I never made the bet in the first place. I'm a man of my word. I live up to the bets that I
I'm living
make.
up. I'm a man of my word.
I know, but you backed out for a second.
But
That's
they,
all I'm
they
saying.
look at you differently now. It's
They don't look at
okay.
me any differently
They
because
do,
they
bro.
agree. I
they
just said
don't.
I'll put $100 on Week 1 Giants Commanders.
Bet.
No, shake.
There you go. All right.
There you go,
$100
Chris.
on the Jets making the playoffs.
Nope.
Shake.
Yeah.
Okay. Giants are winning Week 1. But that's, see, do you see what I mean? So you think
6,
you
7.
think I'm bad. We spent this whole podcast talking about how I'm bad. I am not a man
that
of
was
my
not
word.
gentlemanlike.
I'm a grease ball. That's all you, buddy. So go fuck yourself. Jets are not making the playoffs.
Okay, I did it for my friend Chris.
That was real. I fuck with that.
I got you. I won you $100.
Thank you.
You didn't actually. You
Easiest
just
money I've
lost him
ever made in my
$100.
life. Wow.
But that's actually insane.
What
and
am
you're
I
a
gonna
piece
do
of
with
shit.
that $100 bucks?
No, you're a piece of shit.
$50
I could get $100
I didn't agree on
Arizona.
100.
$50 on the
make
Jets.
playoffs?
You get
Yes.
some bacon, egg, and cheese.
The Jets will not
Be a
make the
lot of it. You
playoffs.
get a-
The Jets will.
100 zoners.
Wow, that's so crazy. It's almost like I fucking said that the whole
You get
episode.
25 4-for-4s.
Like this.
I could
I did
get
it.
25 4-for-4.
We got to start writing our bets down again.
Tough.
get the board.
Yeah, let's do this now.
End the podcast. We'll do it after the podcast.
All right.
Bring us out.
This is a long one, so I hope you stuck around for the full thing because a lot of things just happened at the end of this podcast. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all of our socials. And when I say subscribe, I mean go hit that goddamn button because we need that 20K before the season starts on Thursday. I love you all. Thank you for showing love. And with that,
Ball
Ball
game.
game.